Okay, and we're live. So, welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Into the Black, where a group of video game developers in Vancouver get together and play Apathetic Space, which is a new science fiction tabletop role-playing system. This is a very first campaign in Apathetic Space, and so we are basically playtesting it and having fun. So, who would like to do the recap of the last session?
I'll do the recap.
All right, go for it.
So, besides starting out introducing ourselves as individuals and then kind of doing our character introductions along the way, you did a great job of giving us the lay of the land with where we were, what this world was all about, and a bit of backstory of the universe itself, summarized very neatly, of course. So we currently find ourselves in the colony of Fallen, underneath a dome shield with some weird, sickly orange cloud blocking our internet, our point access. We're down to one ration a day, with very little else in our favor. And currently, we're all trying to create a spaceship to escape Fallen. And on this evening, we had our Soza friend here, Enzo, Floats and Balance, crash land, recovered him, his robot, as well as the power coil from his spaceship. And we're able to recover all that before any explosion happened, which happened later. And then back at the garage, we stowed that away, had a bit of a get-together, a bit of a feud, and I got my gun taken away as a result of that. So now we're all resting up at the garage and seeing what the next day brings us.
I love how you did not mention Artuli, who we all forgot about for the longest time during the session last time. And we also forgot about Rita, who's probably dying right now. Got
he's
blown
fine.
up.
He's a forgettable dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Supposed to be this important NPC with like lots of backstory put into him, and we're just like
the only named NPC we have.
yeah.
I actually named him, so.
Oh,
Nice.
Should have named him the Crypt.
The crypt.
Inside jokes.
All right, yeah. So, good. Yeah, good recap. Let's see. Anything else? Also, I put these little cards in front of you guys. Those are just the cards to remind you guys of combat phases. Not that you guys would ever get into combat, but you know, on
Just
the off chance, just want that to
I pull out my
be
guns.
clear. Additionally, on the Twitch page, on the channel, there's a link down in the descriptions there to the Google Drive. And on the Google Drive, I threw some of the things like the map that we have in the center of the table here, and just a couple of random pictures. So I'll try to put anything that I show you guys here on the table. I'll put a copy of that picture up in the Google Drive so people on the stream can watch that. So, all right, the session begins as you guys are laying around in some corners of Ertoli's workshop, which is this large, it's almost a warehouse, but it's a garage with two empty vehicle bays and these large doors that can accommodate the colonial rovers to drive in, get repaired, and drive out the other side. You all had a late night, played some cards, had a little bit of excitement. Some of you are feeling a little bit sore as you were going to sleep, having fallen from the sky. And you're all awoken by the sound of metal on metal as you hear something beating against one of the garage doors. Clang, clang, clang. And you hear, so all of you guys kind of come to as you're all hearing this metal racket coming out from a couple of the garage doors. It sounds like pieces of metal being hit against the side. What would you like to do?
Get up.
That's not good.
All right.
Do we know?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Because I'm still kind of figuring out the workshop area. We would know probably where all the different exits are.
Yes. Yeah.
There, you said there was, if I remember correctly, there was 3 you mentioned, like one on either side and then one in the. Side.
So there's the 4 large garage doors on each end of the vehicle bay, and then there are 3 personnel doors.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it sounds like they're all being banged on.
No, just a couple of the garage doors are.
Okay.
Mhm.
Should we? We should probably. This doesn't sound too good. Think it's the givers?
Might be. Be ready.
I will train my sniper rifle on the door.
Should we maybe hide Anzo here? Maybe there.
Are you always gonna have to hide me forever? They'll know about me eventually. Trust me.
Well, we should probably figure out something real quick here. What's the?
I'll just keep them busy. I walk up to the door which is banging.
Okay.
And who's
I'm
there?
gonna- I'm gonna hide down in the pit underneath the.
Okay. All right. Down in the track beneath the vehicle
Yeah,
bay.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Where are the rest of you positioned?
Is he like under? Like he's in the track, but is he like covered by anything, or is he?
It's tall enough for someone to stand in there. So if he's crouching, he can be hidden. But if someone
Yeah.
looks in there, he's not.
Would there be anything that in the area that I can see that would be naturally over top of that, without it looking like odd?
Roll an investigation. Okay.
And do we have any cameras that would be looking at any of the entrances?
You guys do not, unfortunately.
Okay.
10.
But good idea.
That's our next upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look around. You see like a flat, basically chewed up tire that's sitting over there. A big one meant for a rover that you could attempt to drag over the top. It's the only thing that would be big enough to hide a whole person behind.
Would it seem really odd with it being in that spot? Like, would it just look like it's part of
It
the?
would look like a tire laying out in the middle of a vehicle bay.
Okay. Calbot and Kamir, help me with this. And Percy's at grabbing the.
Said something.
Or Calbot would help him. with
Who's
it.
there? I come over and start helping immediately.
Hey, open up. We know you got something and we want it.
God, what? We were sleeping.
Yeah, we're-
Open the door. And then you hear
So,
them beating on the
wow.
door some more with something metal.
All right, let me get the locks. It will be a bit.
So yeah, I kind of like tell you to like, and we're
I'll just
pulling
like
this tire
sort of
over
like
top.
make like some small
Turn around
noises
and
next to
helping
the
us.
door to like make it
I'll
seem
be
like I'm
looking
like
around to
opening the
see,
locks or like pulling up some
okay.
chains or whatever.
If we
Like
have
rattling
any other
anything
weapons
close
around.
by along it.
Yeah. We're gonna be
Okay.
so we're trying to pull this tire over top of Calbot and Percy. Or
Okay.
trying to pull it over top of Anso.
Okay. Who's doing that? All of you?
Not
Us two.
not Anso.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
hanging out.
You're down.
Targo, what are you up to?
Are they just banging on doors on one side?
No, 2 of the large garage doors and the personnel door on the front.
So all on the front side, though.
One of the
All
garage doors on the
sides.
back, one on the front, and then 1 personnel door on the front.
Okay.
So,
I'd like to cross over towards the back.
mhm.
Watch the front. So is that?
Well, he's sorry.
He's
I'm a little
like-
confused as a player right now. He's
I'm like down in the.
in the
down
thing,
there
so
in
he
the
can't
trench.
watch anything. So Percy's telling you, "Hey, come help us move this tire on top of it and hide him."
I don't think they're gonna want. It doesn't sound like the givers at all.
Seems like it is. Would we recognize his voice?
Seems more like the Red Suns to me.
Yeah. I mean, you can roll an insight check, I guess, to try and get a glimpse. But
Ooh, I get +6 to this
it's
one.
not someone you're particularly familiar
Ooh,
with.
of course, I rolled a 3, so 9.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize his
Okay.
voice.
We should hide him, otherwise there is gonna come in and see him.
I'll help you move the tire.
Okay, so 3 of us moving the tire.
Okay.
Wow. Well, Kamir is distracting them, or kind of like unlocking the door.
All right, let's get some athletic checks real quick. All right, open up the door.
It's taking a bit. It's a big garage door for vehicles.
Okay, deception check.
It's not. It is a garage door for vehicles.
It's not locked. You literally press a button and it opens.
Oh God.
Two.
All of you hear a shattering of glass from the back office, which is the only place that really has lower windows. And you hear a clanking of something as something was thrown through one of the windows in the office. None of you currently has a view of the office because you're all out in the main bay.
Tarva, should I activate combat mode?
Affirmative. And I'll
Spin him out and start walking towards where the noise was.
Okay, all right.
Are we pulling this tire still?
I dropped the tire.
That's
dropped
probably
it.
a waste of time. I'm gonna crawl over the pit. I'm gonna train my sniper rifle in the direction of the office.
Now, maybe I can talk with them before we start shooting.
I don't even pay attention. I keep
Cowbot?
walking.
What's this noise coming
Cowbot?
from the other
Okay.
direction?
Percy's
Like
gonna
where I am,
sprint ahead
it's
of
the
you.
other direction?
Trying to.
The breaking
Okay.
of the glass.
Yeah, from the back.
It's a good
corner.
way
You
to
went
get
to the
yourself
front.
killed.
He
Yeah,
doesn't wanna.
I'm gonna.
Why
I
would
hope
you
you
the
can
door's
dodge
ajar.
well.
Okay, as players, why are we just
Sure.
shooting everyone? Start.
I'll keep an eye out for my friends.
You can talk to them.
Okay.
Convince them not to.
Could have just opened the door as well.
Turbo, stop him. Let me try to talk with them, maybe.
I think there's only one way to talk with these people.
I was afraid you're gonna say that.
They broke my window.
We don't even know who it is.
If they were friendly, they wouldn't have broken the window.
We
Open up or we'll break this place down.
See,
We've
there
already
you go.
started breaking it down. Some patience would be really appreciated over here.
We're running out of patience out here. Hurry up.
Just give us a bit.
Let me talk to them before we start shooting, and then you guys, if they seem a little off,
I mean, you
You know
can
what,
just.
you can.
You don't have to wait for us to
Yeah,
say you
you know
can
what,
talk
kid?
to him. Go
Just
talk
give
to
it a
him.
shot. Just give it a shot. See what happens.
We'll give you one.
Is Cowbot still marching out there though?
Oh yeah, I'm going towards the
Tarva.
office.
Tell him to stop.
You better talk fast.
Percy goes over and opens the door.
I'll
God,
stand
this
in
is
the
the best.
corner behind him so that they can't immediately see me, and I'll have one
Oh,
hand
sorry.
on.
Or go ahead, sorry.
Like, are you opening the door that
Yeah, I was
was
saying
like
he would
trying-
open the personnel door, not the giant door.
Okay,
just to
yeah.
clarify.
I'll just try to like be hidden as much as I can so that I'm not in the immediate like line of sight, and like keep a hand on Louis and a hand on SX Mega.
Okay.
Your guns.
I'll
My
lower
bat and
my
my sword.
sniper rifle and just kind of stand nonchalantly in the corner.
All right.
That's a cool
Very
pose.
well.
Percy kind of does the like leaning against the door, like the one side of the door with a pistol behind his back, sort of thing.
Okay.
Like kind of like the door frame is here,
Mhm.
and he kind of like opens the door like this, and like, yeah.
Okay. So you crack the door open. You look outside. You see three figures standing there. They're wearing the clothes that you've become accustomed to here on the colony, which are pretty worn out, ragged. They're not wearing the white clothing with the symbols of the givers.
You don't know.
You see that two of them are holding a couple like long metal pipes in their hands, and one of them has a revolver at their waist and is kind of standing there with their arms crossed. And once you open the door, kind of reaches down, puts a hand hovering over the pistol.
Good morning there. Sorry for the delay. We were a little slow getting up there. Was sleeping in a
Cowbot,
bit.
delay last order.
What can I help you with?
Let us
Tip my
in.
hat to you.
We're looking around.
Is there something I can help you look for?
We
I can
got
tell
it.
you where it is.
We know you guys were the first ones over to that crash site. We know you got some stuff in here that we can sell.
Well, we
And
didn't.
we
We
want
didn't
it.
really find much. I was honestly looking.
We'll be the judge of that.
I can certainly show you around. I really don't think we have anything of real value here. I'm sure, like, there was lots of civilians in the area that took a lot more than we even, like, could even handle ourselves. We didn't take anything, really. I think there was this one guy, this human, that he was kind of rushing ahead of us into the crash, and he kind of ran in first and then ran out. And Percy kind of describes the guy that he talked to.
Oh.
And told to stop.
Oh, you mean like this guy over here? And he points over to one of the guys in the pipes who was banging on the door.
Would I have not seen him when I said this?
Who has stopped. No, you're just looking at these.
Oh, I see. Okay,
because you're kind of hiding in the door. So
yeah.
he points over there, and it's the guy that you talked to, the guy that saw you guys making your way out of the pit. But, yeah, that's what we thought. So, open us, let us in.
Certainly. Here, just let me get this one thing out of the way. Hey, Anzo, you wanna take a look down here? And Percy kind of, is this guy? So where Anzo's standing, does he have a line of sight on the door?
I would have had a line of sight on the door. Yeah.
You do, yeah.
So as Percy sees you pull out your sniper, he
Yeah,
kind of kicks this, because Percy, I imagine, was kind of like, he had the door partially opened. Percy kind of like throws the door open, gets to the side, and lets Anzo take a shot.
All right. So
that didn't work out. Negotiations didn't work.
Combat begins.
It was worth a shot.
Going to sketch a map for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it was worth a shot. Like,
it was
how was it supposed to know the one guy
It was
there?
a good try. It was a good try.
It wasn't bad. Could have worked.
You better talk fast.
He was, out of curiosity, was this guy human, Ross?
Yes, this guy's.
Yeah. So Percy also gets +4 persuade or like anything like to humans because they just find Vatican's naturally charming. It's an ability he has. So I get like a plus. What is that?
Like persuasion? Are you trying to
essentially?
Are you trying to persuade this
Essentially
guy that the guy you're
like to
talking about
anything-
isn't there?
Yeah. So well, no. So if I would have got that, I would have +8 to my roll to like deceive him of like what happened.
Oh, okay.
If that
That's
person
what I
wasn't
was
there.
trying to. Yeah, if that person wasn't there. That's what I was trying to like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were making a plea for.
Much cleaner.
Yeah.
I got rid of the side thing there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yes, sorry, I kind of just tossed out your stuff. We can put this here for now.
Yes.
Back up after.
Yeah, just be cautious.
Oh, I should have brought my Lego guys.
There.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten the minis in, unfortunately.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I was wondering what's
Yes.
going on with those.
So it didn't update for like a week. It said it was supposed to be here last Monday, and then it didn't update for like a week, and then this morning it updated to say March 1st.
Huh.
And I was like, yep, it's nowhere near that.
It was the 3-week thing that I think I was talking about with you.
Yeah, it didn't tell me that though, like
Yeah.
originally, which is weird. So we'll have some time until the minifigs are here, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, would it be what, one more session?
Yeah, I think one more session.
Yeah, not next session, but the session after we'll have them.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
And we'll get it
And
for the.
what are the odds it's the same guy though? That was Percy's one.
I mean, there's only like.
Oh.
How many people?
If it wasn't the same guy, would they be here?
Okay, so this is the door that the three guys are at. So go ahead and grab your. We'll just use dice for now till we get our minifigures in.
Sad boys.
Office.
What were you using?
The office.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the
golden
office.
dice types.
These are the
D4s?
vehicle
Yeah.
bays.
Willie, do you want a D4 for part of that?
So this is the door that was just opened.
Yes.
I guess I would have been what, like over probably.
I think these are vehicle bays.
That's a window. These things are all doors, and these are the like areas you can walk down into that are the things for the peeps.
This is
So I
Tarva.
guess it's probably
I already put my die out.
Oh, you already put mine out?
nonchalantly in the
Oh, sorry.
corner.
Hey, yeah, can we use that one?
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause yours is pretty close to
Because
mine.
then yours is green that way. You can do that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
And
Understood.
If I can find another D4.
Where's Percy?
Trying to find.
If only you had another set of dice.
Yeah. Percy's red. So Percy
So
would have been.
You
So I
open-
picture Percy would have actually been more like this because Percy was talking because he's
Oh yeah, like
a
behind
right-handed shooter, so he would have had his hand on the.
Well, the way I was trying to position myself was if they like barge
So
in,
would
I
you
could
be-
attack.
would
So
you
I
be
wouldn't be
behind me
behind.
then?
Yeah, I wouldn't be behind the door because then I wouldn't really be able to attack them.
backstab.
I guess
door.
no. I guess Percy could. Well, I don't know. That's not how it's. Yeah.
The hardest enemy. Usually doors are hard to open in like D&D and like RPGs.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is everybody on there?
Yes.
Good.
So players are the D4s, and then bad guys are other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Okay.
What are these?
They're
the vehicle
The
bay.
vehicle bay, like,
bay
entrance.
things? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those are the tracks that
Yep.
that have ramps on either side you can walk down into and get under the.
Do you think
Cool stuff.
it would be justifiable
Um,
if Percy was here and Kami was here?
That
Okay.
that could make sense. Yeah. We'll see that this is probably.
Because he was
we'll see
trying
if
to
he-
get
that's
in
how
a
he
bag
opened
as
it.
soon as he did
Yeah.
enter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we'll let you take a shot, and then the round of combat will be.
Got your free
Can I
attack.
swing as well?
Excellent.
Your first attack of the whole campaign.
Yeah. Oh,
No
boy.
pressure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Here's the first natural one.
Oh god.
Yes,
no.
this is our first combat, so it may go slow and maybe a little rough, but we'll
weave through it
see
So-
how it goes.
with
Alright.
at least some of our limbs.
So I get a
Oh yeah.
+7 on
Injuries
that.
are-
He's
Yeah.
already down one.
Down one what?
Down a limb.
Yeah. You're half
Um,
movement speed.
Oh yes, you still yeah.
Hey, I was trying.
It's true. All right.
I believe it.
God dang it. So that's a 10.
Okay, 10 to hit.
Yes.
That will not hit this guy.
Rats.
Darn.
Close, close.
Well, that was something.
We have their attention now.
It's true.
I don't think now they're just gonna come in and take a look.
Yeah, maybe they'll be scared now.
But they only had pipes, so that doesn't sound.
One had a revolver.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like.
Let me worry about that.
I
guy.
think most of us.
We'll see who's got the better revolver
like,
skills.
Most
They're all
of us
around
has,
us, so
have,
watch out.
Yeah.
Clang.
Okay, so
Said you.
so with that kind of mini surprise round over, it's not a full surprise round because they were all like hands on weapons ready to go. But yeah, so you do take the shot. Whoom, swing. It zooms by overhead. Goes sailing off towards where the explosion was before. Okay, so
Can I ask a question?
yeah, sure.
Would I have healed up like overnight? Like, could I have rolled a?
Yes, 2d10.
Yeah, so I'll roll one because I just need enough for one, I think.
Okay, you can roll 2.
Okay.
In fact,
And I'll
roll
have them
2.
again. Yeah, okay.
It's in order. Yeah.
He rolled a 1 and a 2, so he didn't even fully heal up.
Wow, okay.
He had to heal 4 to get to total, and he rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, shouldn't tease the dice gods like that. Okay, so we are at the top of the round, which so at the top of every round of combat is essentially like a quick communication round for you guys as players to talk and plan, and also if you guys have any buff or debuff abilities that you want to use, you can use those now.
Okay.
If you guys are set on a plan or you're done, whatever, just let me know once you're good, and then we move to the beginning of the first action phase.
So, Percy has 0 combat stuff, and he wants to get away from the door where they're gonna come in.
Okay, so from here, I'm basically gonna just, if they come in through the door, I'm gonna have a clear line of fire on them. So I'm just gonna lock this down, and then if they start coming in from other places, I'm gonna
So
just try
these
to.
are like thick metal doors, though, right? Like the big doors, like.
Yes, they're
Like-
not as. The walls are all metal. The sliding doors are also metal, but they're much more lightweight because they have to slide up and down on these tracks.
Like, is it something that you could bash through with a pipe, or like?
With a hammer, probably. Yeah,
Mm.
or an axe,
Or a wrench.
or a wrench, a big enough wrench.
I think Calbot should go in and clear out the
The office.
office room.
I think it would be good if I support you there as well.
Sure.
Please
And then-
don't-
I'm gonna be kind of waiting for you to
Yeah.
tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And
If-
Percy would. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if all of these guys just have like lead pipes and like improvised melee weapons, then I can cover basically the entire rest of the room, just not this door back here.
Like I imagine Percy would just like eventually come back to where you are and like just help you because he has a laser pistol. So
Sure.
Kami will frontline and stem the flow from this door,
Yeah.
and if these break through, then he's gonna
Yeah,
cover
then I'll
this
just-
area.
like I think
Snipe
the
him,
ultimate
yeah.
plan is to clear out the office and then kind of like use that as a fallback. Like while we have someone guarding, making sure they don't come around, but like
Yeah,
use
okay.
that as a fallback. So.
Alright.
Yeah.
Very good. So, now we move into the first action phase. So, anybody who wants to take any defensive actions gets to go first and take those. So, defensive actions are things like protecting someone, guarding someone, assisting, things like that. So, yeah, if anybody wants to do anything like that, now is the time.
Would him telling me to attack count as other or defensive or?
That just be a communicate thing?
Sorry, for him, like, talking to you?
Yes.
Him telling
Tarva telling Cowbot go into combat again, because the last thing he said to me was don't
Like
go
hold
kill
off.
stuff. Yeah.
Or... No, that takes place during the communication. So you
Oh,
guys
okay.
would have basically done
Okay.
that shit.
Okay.
So-
Okay. I was thinking that was like only players. So
Resume-
that also
Resume
is
combat
kind of
operations.
the characters talking to.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's- yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Resume
Alright,
combat
so
operations.
now anybody wanting to
Affirmative.
take shooting actions can go ahead and do so. Now keep in mind, so there's the first action phase, which is right now. Then there's the movement phase. Everybody moves simultaneously. Then after the movement phase, if you haven't spent your actions, there's the second action phase where you can see that basically all these actions come up again, and you could take these things then.
And then sorry, I'm blanking. So if someone moves up to you and you move, I guess it happens simultaneously. There's no like attack of opportunity per type things.
There are.
So say we,
Yeah.
like, how does the movement order happen? So like, say I took a shooting action right now,
Yeah. So
and then
everyone
they
rolls.
moved up to me.
So everyone who wants to move rolls bravery checks.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay,
And
yeah. Thank
the
you.
highest bravery goes first.
Yep.
And if you still have to move during the movement phase, then you don't get to take opportunity attacks against people moving past you.
Yep.
But-
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I forgot the bravery thing. So
Mhm.
that's enough for me.
Okay, cool. And I'll just pass this around. This is like a refresher of like what the type is. So all you guys have a major action, which is what you use to make attacks, things like that.
That's good.
You all have a minor action, and basically one of each types of those actions there. Something that you guys have. Okay, so no shooting going on.
Oh, do you want to use your gun to shoot him?
No, I've got a thing where if I don't move in the first phase, then I get a bonus to attack in the second phase, so I'm gonna hold off. But if I can, I'm going to activate my helmet recorder as I'm looking down the scope. I want to get some images of these guys' faces.
Okay, all right, very good.
Would this be a major action or?
No.
Okay.
no.
So he can do this and then attack in his turn as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just
yeah,
didn't want to
that's
miss your attack.
That's an interact action to do that. Okay, they are going to take a couple shots. So the guy that you were speaking to with the pistol, he's going to pull it out, take a shot at the at the sniper that just blasted at him in the back. So let's see here. Let's roll this. Okay, and so he pulls out. Takes a shot, misses, just hits the wall right next to you. The blue diamond over there is going to come to that window, which is shattered, and he's going to move in front of the window, and then he's going to take a shot. No, not going through it, just there. He's going to take a shot at the red...
Percy.
At Percy over there. This guy seems to have some sort of a long arm on him. Okay, and that is an 11 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, alright. So, okay. That will do 1. Okay, so that is 4 piercing damage as a shot from a bolt rifle comes and hits you.
So that goes through shield and hits armor.
Do you have shields?
I have shields and armor.
Okay, so that hits your shields first.
Okay.
So shields are vulnerable to kinetic energy.
Yeah.
So this is a piercing attack, so
So
it is
take
kinetic. So it
double.
does 8 damage worth of.
So I have 5 shields, so that would
Uh-huh.
go down to 0 on my shield,
Okay. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Correct.
and then the remaining. So now the remaining would be 3
So basically, 1 more point will
more
go
point
to
to my armor.
your armor.
His
Okay.
armor is resistant to it, right?
Oh right. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. That was those 2. Yeah. And that's. Oh wait, I'm a moron. Okay, that guy actually couldn't have even shot you yet because he would have had to move over there.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, he's gonna move
so-
over there, right?
So you're still healthy. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm okay with this.
All right. So that was shooting. Anybody want to do any brawling? No. No.
Not close
Can I?
enough.
Oh, no, you
Can
wouldn't
I
be, I
attack
guess.
anyone from
Sorry,
this area?
I'm helping.
I'm guessing there's a wall here, so I
Yeah,
can't
there's a
really.
wall, so you can't.
Yeah,
So.
okay.
Thanks.
Tech actions. Anybody? Don't think anybody has much.
I did my thing.
Yeah. And then any other actions? Okay, so now we're going to movement. So anybody who wants to move. Yep. Okay. So
Everyone. pretty much.
so everybody who's wanting to move, go ahead and roll bravery checks.
Oh, jeez. That was close to hitting everything.
Okay. All right. Okay, so anyone 25 or higher? Anyone 20 to 25?
This is great.
Anyone 15 to 20?
17.
Okay, so you get to move first.
Oh, so I just move.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So you move now.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, no. I just realized I have a whip as well, so I could have done an attack in the previous round. By the way, whip would be in brawling or shooting?
Braun.
Brawling. Okay. Well, I think I'll just stand here actually and not move. But I'll take attacks of opportunity on whoever like passes through.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're just holding tight.
Another question. My whip has a 15 feet range, so can I hit this guy with it in the next action phase?
Yeah, he'll have partial cover, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. And if he moves in, then I will have full.
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. You were at 17. Anybody else higher than 15? Okay. 10 to 15.
10.
Okay.
I think we both rolled awful.
So, as you're moving, do you get to be like seeing, oh, hey, there's someone there with a weapon? Or?
Yep. Yeah.
So, would this person have a melee or a ranged weapon?
Roll an awareness check as you're running through.
Natural
So,
one.
1. Or two with awareness.
All right. You can't see. They're definitely holding something in their hands, but their hands are below the window, so you can't see.
Okay. So, move in there and holding out the wrench.
Okay. All right. Wrench at the ready. Very good. So now they get to move.
Let's figure out that cord.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, so in they come. So
Boom.
yep. Okay, so you go ahead and make your attack there. So you get one attack of opportunity.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice. Good deal. Hits.
I get an extra damage die as well for it.
Okay. Sweet. Excellent.
So
Were you attacking them with a sword?
yeah, that's my SX Mega. So that's a D8, right? Actually, I didn't mention if I'm. No, I did mention I have one hand on Louis and one hand on the SX Mega, so I'm like one hand in it.
And Louis the baseball bat.
Yeah. And then I get an extra damage die, and they'll both be doubled, right? Nice.
Yes.
That's so good. So that's a 9, so 18.
Okay.
And then do I add anything to the damage?
No.
Okay. So 18.
Okay. All right. So you and which weapon are you using here?
That's the SX Mega, and if he's still up, I'm gonna like take my second. Can I swing again with the Louis in the attack of opportunity?
No, you just get the one
Okay.
reaction attack.
Cool.
So, yeah.
18.
So one of them comes running through. He's got like a bent pipe in his hands, and he comes charging towards you, completely unaware of the Dingar standing at the side of him, which was a poor calculation. He just gets absolutely sawn through with
I'm
the
gonna
sword.
clothesline him with the plasma sword. So, he's just gonna run
So he just flops his own head off as he runs through your sword. So yeah, he falls in a heap here. This guy comes running through. They're kind of
first
piling
attack.
through. Okay, he does not trip on his face as he jumps over his now headless friend here, and he runs through. He runs around. You don't have a melee weapon equipped, right?
No, Percy does have a pistol in his hand, but he doesn't have a knife.
No.
on him.
Yeah. Okay. So he comes running around and positions himself next to you. This guy's dead.
Yes, this is a funnel. This is perfect.
Okay.
Clotheslining everyone as they walk through the door.
This guy jumps through the window and comes over towards you, so you may make an attack of opportunity.
Wrench.
That is a 9.
That will hit.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because the ACs are so low in this. I
Yeah.
keep forgetting, like, when I see, like, these bad, like, low rolls, I'm like, oh, that's not hit.
It's 10 bludgeoning
Okay.
Bonk.
with
So-
the wrench.
So you just clobber him with your wrench, and he also seems just out of the fight.
Picture the cartoon, like,
and
the
that was
bump
all those
growing
guys.
on his head. Like,
Okay.
You just hear a big whack.
All right. So that was.
That's one for me.
Okay. All right. All right. 5 to 10.
9.
9.
8.
8. Okay. So you can move.
First he'll move back
Very
here,
far.
Okay.
and he'll take a shot at the...
Don't get to take shots.
Oh, yes, sorry, my bad. Yeah,
No, you're good.
just movement.
Okay. All right. So you run back there. You're up.
I will move. This is a window that this guy's standing in front of, right?
That's a door.
That's a door.
Oh, it's a
That's a
door.
window.
That's the window.
That door is still closed. Yeah, that other thing.
Then I guess I would move to here
Okay.
and see that there is nothing to do in there, and face towards these guys.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Now,
There's a new sheriff.
He's got a
let's
wrench.
see. The
She.
that guy's gonna run 30 towards Vince,
Really?
and
You
the
mean Percy, right?
yes.
Yes. Different
Oh
character.
my goodness. All right. Blue guy hops the window and stands next to Tarva, and Red moves 40 towards the infantry door over there. All right. Very good. So, all right. With that movement, you weren't moving.
No.
Okay. All right. So movement's over. So now we're in the second action phase. So anybody want to do any defensive stuff can do that. Anybody want to do any brawling can go ahead and do
I
that.
want to do brawling.
Okay. All right. So you get brawling. So we'll do yours first. You and the guy next to you are going after you. He seems to have a big. It looks like a sonic hammer. And he is swinging towards you with it.
I've been watching.
Okay, so do we go at the same time then?
Yeah, damage is simultaneous. So, yeah.
Okay, that's 8.
Okay. 8 will not hit, unfortunately. However, he also misses. So you guys kind of cross wrench and hammer in the air and are kind of parrying each other a bit. You are also doing a brawling, I
Brawling?
believe. Yeah.
So that's okay. So use. So that's 13 on my sword, and then I'm gonna use Louis as well,
Okay.
because I can two-hand it, right?
Are they're each one-handed?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You
and
suffer
so-
a -5 to your offhand.
To the other one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So 13 on the first, and 9 on the second.
Okay, those will both hit.
Nice.
And this was a 7, which I don't think hits you. So, okay.
He's
So,
getting clobbered.
so
I haven't had to do anything yet.
so Louis is kinetic
Perfect.
and SX Mega is plasma.
Okay.
Uh,
This guy doesn't appear to have any shields.
okay.
Are shields visible to the naked eye?
When they flicker on, they are. Otherwise, you can tell, but cause they'll usually have a shield pack that they're wearing on their back that sometimes has emitters that you wear on the shoulders.
Sure.
10.
10 damage? Okay, alright. Yeah, so that guy is just barely standing after the, was that both hits or
Yeah,
just the first one?
Both hits.
Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, so he's staggering a bit, but still there after you beat him up with both your weapons. Okay. Very good. Yeah, his attack missed you. So then we're on to shooting.
Yeah.
I would like to shoot.
Okay, alright. We'll just go this way around. Go ahead.
Now, am I allowed to say anything at all? Like,
Yeah, you can shout something
Percy?
out quick. Yeah.
Shoot him! Point at the guy directly in front of him. Percy will take a shot at him
Okay.
using the Void Ray.
Nice.
21 to hit.
That'll do it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
just barely misses.
What's what I prefer? 1d6 damage. There we go. This is 1d6 normal. 1.
Okay. All right. So 1. This is the energy.
The Void Ray. So it's a
okay.
thermal.
Okay. Thermal damage. Okay. So as you shoot him, you see shields flicker to life around him, and so absorbs some of the damage there.
Cabot will be. Well, he couldn't really absorb anything. Either I did no damage or he absorbed it all.
Okay.
Cabot will be able to mess him up then.
Okay. Very good. And then Anzo, you were taking a shot.
Floats in balance.
Yes. Alright, can I get a plus, I believe 11 to this? Yes.
I think you just
Yeah,
hit.
just hits, yeah.
14.
Okay, that hits.
Excellent. Alright. 12. It's 4 thermal damage.
Okay, 4 thermal. All right, very good.
Thermal goes right through everything and affects dark.
Nope.
No,
No.
thermal's actually pretty neutral. It doesn't, not particularly effective against anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to my wrench, which is super effective.
Okay.
Insert Pokemon super effective sound.
Okay. So again, his shields flicker to life and absorb the damage. Yeah. Okay. And you were gonna do some fancy shoots.
So everything's happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
I was facing these guys,
Mm-hmm.
but then this guy came in. Can I be aware of that happening and them fighting, or is it just like I was planning on attacking them, so I'm attacking them?
No, you can roll an awareness check
Okay.
since you said you were turned around facing these guys, but yeah. There.
That's a 1.
Okay.
Not aware.
So
Technically
you don't
two.
hear Tarva clashing metal behind you.
Okay.
You're more so focused on these targets that you're tracking in front of you.
Going for that guy.
Okay, go ahead.
With both my pistols, that's going to be a 19 on the first one,
That'll
and
hit.
a lot more than that.
Okay.
27.
Alright. And it is a -5 to your
I
offhand.
have ambidextrous.
Oh, hey, nice. There we go. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, both of those will hit.
8 damage.
Okay.
Kinetic guy.
All right, very good.
Piercing, yeah.
So okay. Okay, so you shoot him once, and you see his shields flicker out, and the second bullet goes through and hits him in a kind of like makeshift suit of armor that he seems to be wearing. I wouldn't really call it a suit, I guess. More like a plate that he's wearing on his chest.
As one does.
Like a dinner plate.
Ceramic shattered.
No, I
The
picture like a
sides are off.
giant pan, like a giant, like overly sized, like chest wide, like frying pan or something.
Times are rough, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
rough,
gotta
man.
show something now.
Pulls off a poncho.
Okay. Let's see. Did that. And yeah, that's all for them. So, does anybody else want to take any other actions other than that?
Would it be an action? Like, I didn't specify this. Like, Percy was gonna try and crouch down, like, but at Onzo's feet, so he's less of a target. But would that be part of my movement? I would have had to done that, or could I do that?
No, that'd be like. Well, I mean, you don't really have any cover, so it's not gonna actually give you any.
For sure, he's just kind of gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They
you
see
can
the
just say
they
that.
see the giant squid, like jellyfish thing behind him, and not him.
If he goes prone, then will ranged attacks have disadvantage against him?
Yes, they will.
So you can
So
do
if you
that.
lay down, but your attacks will also have disadvantage.
Yeah, he's not gonna lay down. He'll just kind of crouch. But
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's-
That's fine. Okay. So now, if any of you guys, I don't know if you guys have any shield regen or anything like that.
I don't.
Percy
but,
does.
I do.
Okay.
I've
So
been hit.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
hit, though.
but if you're at full shields, then no
Yeah.
need for that. Upkeep, recharge. Okay, back to the top.
Can I like yell something?
Yeah. This is the time for that.
Get out of the garage, punks! And I'll reload my sniper.
Okay. So reloading costs a minor action too. Which is fine. You have a minor action to spend. So, but you'll want to make sure to spend that basically during the that other round.
Okay.
So you're not spending it in the next round. Okay, cool. All right, so back to the top. If you guys want to communicate at all, you can.
CB, turn around and help me.
I'll turn around and surprisedly look at you and be like, "Oh, jeez."
All right, very good. So, anybody doing any defensive actions first round? How about any shooting first round?
Yep.
I will be
Yeah?
shooting.
Okay, all right. So,
Quick question for the steady stance, because I didn't move last turn. Does that not moving carry over, or do I still have to only use that in the
that's
second?
for this. So, you have to do that again, basically, this
Okay.
round. So, yeah. All right, so we'll go this way around the table this time. So,
Okay, now that he has alerted me, I am going to shoot Mr. Sonic Hammer over here.
okay, all right, very good.
Nice.
28
Probably got hit.
and a 16.
Both hit, man.
Okay.
Cowbot's a shoot machine.
For 9
I can see like a
damage.
gunslinger, like
9
Western
piercing
gunslinger.
damage to him.
Okay, all right, piercing, excellent. So you see this guy also had shields, and these shields flicker out, and some of the damage goes through to the guy underneath.
Yeehaw!
All right, so working our way around, shooting. You're over there.
21 again.
Okay, yes.
3 thermal damage.
Okay.
Shoot,
all right.
sorry, I should specify, but shooting at the same
Yep.
guys
sure.
before.
So kind of burns a hole in his
Okay.
chest plate.
And his giant frying pan.
Yeah. So he also pulls out. Well, he still has his pistol out, and he's gonna fan it and fire a few shots at you guys. Which are going to
Ability.
suffer some inaccuracy, but lets him fire 3 times. Okay, so that's a 13 to hit. That'll miss. That's a 5. And that'll miss 2.
Is he shooting at Anzo or I?
He was shooting the first 2 at you, and the next one at you.
Okay, so the first one will hit.
Okay, yeah. So and that is a. Okay, so 4 piercing to you.
Okay, so then that would take out. That's double to the
Takes
shield.
out 8 worth of shields.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it would be on my armor. It would just do.
it does half
2.
damage to shields. So basically, you can do it like 1 point at a time.
Okay,
if you
cool.
need to.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
okay.
like 1 point takes out 2 shields. Second point takes out 4
19.
shields.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So he does shooting, and yeah, that's the last shooting for that. Brawling. Anybody want to do any brawling right now?
So if I don't move in the movement action, then do I still get to take attacks of opportunity?
Yes.
And is the attack of opportunity taken when they move out of my attack range, or as soon as they enter?
Out.
When they move out?
Yes.
So-
should be out.
Okay, so if this guy were to just come up here and not move out, I wouldn't get the attack of opportunity,
Yes.
basically?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I'm not gonna do brawling.
Okay. Gonna
Yeah.
hold it. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna do Growler
Wrench.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
That's a 13.
Okay. That does hit. That hits.
Are they doing brawling as well, or
Not yet.
it's 8
Okay.
bludgeoning?
All right. 8 bludgeoning. All right. So
The
You-
wrench. Yes, the wrench.
yeah, you smash into him, and there are would avoid shields even if we had any, but 8 bludgeoning.
Charm is
to-
playing whack-a-mole in the back room. And they're coming through the window one at a
Just
time.
another
Boom.
crunch.
All right. Movement time. Anybody doing movement? You're doing movement. Everybody else happy where you guys are?
Yep.
I'm happy where I am.
Okay.
I'm good.
So we need 2. Okay.
Their shootings are higher actually.
Higher than 20. Okay. So the
that gets to move before me.
so the guy with the green pillar is gonna move right up next, basically between the three of you there.
Right there.
One back. Yeah, there. Also, red is gonna move 40 feet around into the room. Okay. Was that as far as he
That
could
was the
move?
40,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. And blue is gonna move just kind of other, like
Around here?
down one over one.
Down
There.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's leaving.
No.
Oh, sorry.
What Willie said. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, and then 15 or higher.
18.
18. Oh, these guys go first. So orange is gonna move 30 feet in and climb in the window if he can next to Tarva.
They're all so high.
Okay.
Like, can they move diagonally through the window?
Athletics? No, he can't.
Okay, so he is there.
Okay, and that other number 3 is gonna squeeze through and run towards Percy.
You really don't like Percy.
Okay. And
He
this
was
other
trying-
orange
he
one
was
is
the
gonna
one trying to
move
talk.
I'm going after
30
him.
feet towards the
It's
west
an
of the
attack
room.
of opportunity, though. Can't you just do it?
Because I rolled bravery, I can't. Right? I can't take my attack of opportunity on them because I'm waiting to move.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh.
I rolled high, but they rolled higher.
Yeah, they got
Interesting.
22 and 19. So,
I got an 18.
okay. So now I think you're the only one moving. Nobody else is moving, so you can go ahead.
Just to double check, did Ford go? I feel like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
been
he
here
was
for a
when
while.
we were-
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. He was off over here in his own little world. He was- yeah.
Just a question.
Mhm.
So I have the SX Mega which says parry plus 1 AC. So
Mhm.
my AC will effectively be like plus 1,
As long
right?
as you're wielding it, +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I'll come in here,
Okay.
sort of. So he won't get an attack of opportunity, but these two will
Yes.
if they want.
Okay.
My AC is 12.
Okay.
If they want.
All right. So
Nah, they're fine.
the one guy is going to take an attack of opportunity. This is an 11.
Go home, kid.
Does it miss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So yeah, takes a swing, doesn't hit. And yeah, that's the only one that's gonna make a rolling against you. Okay, movement's complete. So defensive. Anybody taking any defensive actions? All right, brawling. Anybody doing any brawling this time around? Okay. Did you do brawling the first round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I not do it again?
That's your major
Correct.
action
Yeah.
for the round.
Okay.
You can only
Okay.
do it. Yeah.
And you
Brawl.
are going, because you didn't attack the first round, right? Okay, so go ahead.
Hit him.
Okay,
The green one.
alright, go for it.
What I'm gonna shout out. Check their defenses before you choose who to attack.
Okay.
And what is he wearing? Like, does he have armors and shields?
He's the
Like,
pot and pan
He's got-
guy.
Yeah.
He's, yeah.
Okay.
He's
I
like,
know
he's got
deemed the pop
PUBG
fan.
armor
Okay.
on. He's got like a pan in the front, and yeah.
So both armor and shields.
He does have
He
a
has a
shield
shield.
emitter on his back, which you can see.
And what about this guy?
No.
You would know that the shield
Nothing
went off.
fancy.
Okay.
You would know the shield blinked off
Yeah. Oh, for this one?
for the green pillar.
For the green
shield
pillar?
blinked out. Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks. So yeah, I'll first take my plasma swing at him, and see
Okay.
what happens with that. Since his shield is off, I think he's vulnerable to it.
Yes.
Right. That is a 14.
Hits.
Yes, 14. So my first attack. Come on. So it's just a dice roll, right? So 1 point of damage.
Okay, alright. So
So
doubles
2.
to 2.
Is he still up?
He is.
Okay.
As you kind of scorch a molten line across his piece of armor he's got on his
Yeah.
back.
Was this the guy I hit before, or was it number 2?
It was number
think
two.
it was two.
Number 3 just ran it through.
One of them's dead.
It was
So-
No, the other.
no, it's number 2 that you hit before because number 3 ran.
I'll
through.
hit him again.
okay,
Pillar.
alright, with your other weapon.
He has armor though. Yeah, it's better to protect you guys. 10.
10 will hit.
Oh.
Wait, no, sorry.
No,
10
the
does
green
not hit
guy.
him. Yeah.
It's a bang bangs off
Yeah,
his shield. or
basically,
whatever.
he kind of still hunching over a little bit from being scorched in the back. Just kind of bounces off his shoulder pads. Okay, very good. No brawling for you. You already brawled, but someone next to you is going to do a little brawling.
When I said like go home kid to him, or what, was he like intimidated?
The red guy that attacks you.
No, not
He's the red guy.
not too much. This guy heaves up his hammer towards you and totally misses and deals no damage.
Oh,
You're gonna scratch the paint.
The one behind you, Kamir, is going to take an attack. Oh, hey, there we go. Now we're talking 17.
oh, that hits.
That's a hit.
And now we're
So it's
talking.
going to swing a
Doing
pipe
the
at
damage to
you.
the player.
3 points of
Damage.
bludgeoning,
So 6 on my shield.
correct? Yep.
It goes through shields, or it does double damage to shields.
Just. Oh, right. Yeah. So
It goes
bypasses
through
your
shields,
shields.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then 3 damage on my armor, which is 1 or 2.
Rounds down.
So
Yeah,
1.
Yeah. Okay. And then. So that's it for brawling. Okay, so now we go to shooting. So.
Point blank with this thing.
Yes. All right. So go ahead. You have disadvantage because he's within melee range. So.
Like better
Yeah,
shooting the
so-
guy.
We got +5, right?
No, but if anyone's in
Yeah.
melee range, whoever you shoot, you'll have disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Or only to the target. If
No, you're basically brawling with them,
Yeah.
sort of. So.
Well, I mean, I get plus 11 either way.
Yeah.
So.
So.
Yeah. So that my lowest is a 22.
That'll hit.
All right.
So yeah, he's
Point
getting
blank.
beat up from behind. He's trying to distract you,
Just
but
sniper rifle.
you just
barrel.
like point and click.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 11 damage.
Okay. All right.
What was
And
it?
that is what type of damage was that?
Thermal.
Okay. All right.
I said get out. Just barrel stuffing.
All right. As you shoot him with that, you see chunks of his armor go flying off and falling to the ground as he takes a bit of a scorch to his chest when you shoot him. He's looking very beat up.
nice.
Okay. All right. So that was shooting. Have you done shooting yet? Did you do shooting?
You already shot on the
Pretty
guy.
sure I
You shot
shot.
the blue guy, and then
Okay.
first shot the first guy as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the red guy is going to pull up a sawed-off shotgun and blast it just in the general direction of everybody over there.
Does it have that range?
General direction.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, that's a good point. Let me see.
1, 2, 3,
40
4,
feet.
5.
So.
That should be enough.
That should be.
Yeah, that hits everyone.
Yep, it hits everything. 40 is like here.
Is
So.
it like a cone, I guess?
So
Yeah.
he
This
is
35.
aiming for Vince. So or Percy.
Different character, different campaign.
Right. So that's a natural 20. So
Wonderful.
So he's going to hit.
You really don't like this. So.
Okay. And that's going to hit
Give me
everybody
minutes.
within 5 feet of you.
So that's me,
so- and-
this dude, and this guy.
Yeah, so it hits Enzo, Kamir, Percy, and the green pillar guy.
The pillar.
Okay. So that is 10 piercing damage
So that's
coming in.
so that is. Sorry, I keep getting it mixed up. I'm still learning it, but there's so that'd be half to armor points.
Yes.
So it'd be 5 damage to armor
Yep.
points. Okay.
Did
So-
you double for crit?
No. So
So
20.
10
Yeah.
to armor.
That's a good point. 20 piercing damage coming in as he blasts his shotgun. So
How does that work with shields then? Does it like.
It bypasses shields.
no
Double
Just
damage,
double.
right?
piercing damage.
Oh, piercing damage.
Piercing
goes
is double the
through.
shields.
This is also a ranged attack. This
Oh.
is the red guy shooting with the
So
shotgun.
it's 40 to shields.
Okay.
Oh.
Does double the shields but half to armor.
Yeah.
So
So you get 5 shield.
Yeah.
So then you take
So then you have
15 or
15 or
18,
yeah,
I guess 17.
7. Well, it'd round
Rounds
down.
So
So it'd be like, it'd be 7, because it'd be 15, right?
8 to your armor.
And then be
8
8 or 17, yeah.
Okay. And hand me the green guy there.
Wonderful.
He gets,
He gets blasted by his own
yeah,
team.
he does not survive that.
No, it'll be 3 or 4 to armor because 20.
No, it's
Sorry.
8 to armor.
Your armor is different. Your shields are different than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 25 shield, we don't.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Right. Good. So that was his shot. All right.
It's good that we have a mechanic in the party.
And he reloads his gun.
Terrifying.
All right. Any tech actions going on? Any reloading? Anything like that?
I will reload my sniper.
Okay. Spend your minor action to reload it. And then if you guys have any regen or recharge, we're now in the
shield points
resolve
back.
phase.
I
You take this-
recharge back to full from full.
Stealth through it.
That one attack I completely destroyed my shields.
Yep.
All right. Very good. So back to the top of the round, we got communication phase. So you guys have a moment to chat before we dive back in.
That one attack completely destroyed my shields.
Calbot, help Tarva. The rest of us.
That's what I've been saying.
The rest of us just push forward and get rid of these guys in front in the doorway here.
Oh, I'll get rid of them.
Come here, go after the guy with the shotgun there.
You got it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Shot calling.
Yeah. All right. First action phase. Anybody wants to take defensive actions may do so. All right. Shooting. Anybody want to take a shot this first round? Okay. You two. Go ahead.
Percy's shooting at the guy here in front of Khmer.
Okay.
20 not natural.
Hits.
6
Okay.
thermal.
Numero 3. Okay. All right. So you shoot him. It's a good shot. He's looking pretty. He's staggering a little bit after that.
Good.
Kaba.
18 to hit on the first one against Mr. Sonic Hammer.
Okay, that'll hit him.
And 17 on the second one.
That'll also hit.
3 and 5. 8 damage.
Okay.
Piercing
All right.
damage.
8 piercing. All right. So you sink a couple more bullets into his armor that he's wearing.
And, sorry, real quick. So I have Outback Colts. Those are like revolvers, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming they're 6 shot.
Yeah, it should.
I did not write that down because I'm
Yeah.
a stupid.
Yeah. Cold. Actually, 10 round mag. These ones.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I need to look at that.
Okay.
Which one's the revolver?
That was shooting.
Outback.
Okay. Now.
I guess they handle
The
revolver.
Oh,
shotgun guy's gonna wait a second here, and
Probably
nobody else
should
is
have.
doing any shooting first round. Okay. Any brawling and grappling going on?
That's the first phase, right?
Yep. First action phase
No.
still. Okay. All right.
I'll
Holding.
brawl.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
It's a 15.
Hits.
A 11.
Okay.
Bludgeoning.
11 bludgeoning. All right.
Wrenching.
I'm gonna wrench him.
All right. As you hit him again in his side, the kind of just homemade armor that he was wearing falls off and goes flying over to the side, a useless pile of junk. Looking pretty vulnerable now. And he's also going to go for an attack back against you, which is a 13.
That'll hit.
Okay, alright. Okay. And it's a whopping 2 points of bludgeoning damage come into you. And as he finally connects with his sonic hammer, you realize that it's long since been broken, and it's not dealing any sonic damage. It's just
Come
dealing
on.
bludgeoning damage.
I wanted
that. Okay, and also the one next to Kamira is going to go for a strike.
Very good.
All right, comes at you with a dagger. Knife.
AC 12.
He does hit. That is a 17 to hit. But he's not sneaking, so there's 3 points of piercing damage to you as he stabs at you with a knife.
So 1 point for armor, right?
Correct. Yeah. And that's it for brawling first round. All right. Any attack or anything going on? All right. Movement. So who's moving? You're moving. You're moving. Everybody else happy where they're at?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's get some bravery checks going on. All right. So it's
I'm happy right where I am.
okay. 20 or higher. 15 to 20.
16.
Both 16.
So I.
Wow, they beat us again?
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Come
little
on.
little minions did. Number 5 is going to run right up next to the wall there. Number 2 is going to run straight towards Calbot.
Straight up to him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he's got enough. I think he has enough.
Yeah.
30 feet.
Okay.
Number 4 is going to come 30 feet towards me. Yeah. All right, very good. All right, what were your
16.
16.
Okay,
So I had
you guys can both move now.
Okay. So just to see order of operation, I had 15 on the dice and I have +1 bravery.
I had 16, but you have. Is it like by the,
The
bravery?
bravery, the-
Yes,
yeah.
you would go. I have
So
0
then I
bravery.
would go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No brave.
Nope.
This guy hasn't moved yet, right?
Correct. Yeah, he has not moved and he is not moving. Okay.
12 AC.
Yeah, it's a 9, so he swings at you again and misses.
Told you, go home. No, okay, I can't attack yet. But I'll
Okay.
move here.
Roll an intimidation check. Just for
14.
Okay. All right, and Percy, you're moving.
I can't. Can I make my way? Like, I don't want to go this way to provoke 2 attacks of opportunities, but
Okay.
I can't make it this way, can I?
You mean go
through
behind?
people?
Go through.
I want to go through.
So it's difficult terrain to go through.
Sure.
Okay.
So it'd be like 5, and then like
10,
10, 15, 20,
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
30, 35. Can I go around this corner here? That's 35 diagonal? Okay. Almost made it around the corner
That's
to
a
hide.
10 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
I have 9.
Actually, oh no, wait.
He
Yes,
moved
this
before
guy
me.
does get
Yep.
a hit. Yeah.
He just had to move before me.
And that's 4 bludgeoning damage as he comes in.
So I have shield, so that would be
So it's
So 1 point.
1 point of
fire
bludgeoning
and
does
then
2 points of shield damage.
0, and I take 1 to my armor.
Okay. Movement is now complete. Okay. So back to the second action phase. Any defensive actions anybody wants to take? All right. Brawling. Anybody doing brawling gets to go?
Yes.
Okay.
What defenses does this guy have?
Looks to be shields, armor.
Both? Okay. So then I'll take wham wham.
Okay.
First with the sword. That's 11.
That will miss.
And then Louis.
Okay.
Louis takes -5 as well. I remember that. So that's 16.
Okay, that hits.
Pretty good roll.
First one was bad.
Plus 8 brawling.
2.
Okay. All right. 2 points of bludgeoning. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baseball bat.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So you miss with your sword, but swing around with the bat and do connect. So yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Nobody else was doing brawling except number 5's gonna take a stab, and that's an 8.
That will miss.
Okay, alright. Tries to stab at you with a
Or it hits the armor.
blade. Yeah. And numero dos. Trying to attack Mr. Cowbot there. That is a 20, not natural.
That'll hit.
Alright, so
That's where you say no.
gonna hit you with 4 points of piercing as he stabs at you with a knife. Yeah, and that's all the brawling going on. Okay.
Your shields are vulnerable to it.
So now
I'm sorry, you
shooting.
said 4?
Pardon me?
You said 4?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Shooting phase. Anybody who didn't shoot first or not? Okay. Go for it. You no longer have disadvantage because no enemies are within 5 feet.
You're good. I'm going to shoot at the dude trying to stab at Cowboys.
I think all you have to do is not roll a 1.
Pretty much. Yeah, so that's a 28.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit for
Alright,
sure.
very good. That's a 1.
He rolled a 1.
Okay. All right.
1 thermal damage.
1 thermal to him. Okay. It's number 2. Yeah. Okay. All right. That guy's on his last leg right there.
Yeah, because that's the guy that Kamir busted his head open. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Good deal. Anybody else doing shooting this round? No. Okay. Red guy has reloaded his shotgun. He's going to attempt to blast Kamir standing right in front of him.
Right.
It's disadvantage on the attack because somebody's.
How does the blast work? Oh, it's never mind. It's only 5 feet within. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So that is an 18 to hit. So
Wow, he
that
rolled
will hit. Rolled double 16s. So choice.
Don't worry, you're fine. It's gonna be fine. I wouldn't even
Okay,
worry about
so that is 8 points of piercing damage.
So half to 4 for armor.
Yep. Yeah. As he
Not that
point
much.
blank takes a shot with a shotgun at you, and he spends his some time reloading. Okay. Good. So down to anybody doing any tech or anything like that? No. Good. All right. Yep. Reload and resolve phase. So if you have any regen, go ahead and slap it on. Back to the top. Communication.
I'm going to keep shooting Sonic Hammer guy.
That's good. He
What,
doesn't have any armor anymore, so.
Would like intimidation count as communication?
Not for. Well, do you have a specific like debuff ability?
No, I just want to yell at them because they're punks.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Why don't you all give up while you still can?
All right, go ahead and roll.
Natural 20.
That's a 13.
Okay. They a couple of them just kind of like grunt at you, and yeah, the one in blue over there kind of hears you and kind of is like looking around behind him. Can't see where you are, just hears your voice. Okay, very good. So first action phase, defensive actions, shooting actions. Anybody shooting right away? Yeah.
I will shoot.
Okay, go for it.
I'll shoot the guy on Cowbot there,
Okay.
trying to put him out of his misery. Ooh, that's not that good. That's only a 7.
That somehow misses.
Okay,
Phew.
that's my turn.
So take a shot, misses. You were shooting.
Going for Sonic Hammer guy.
Okay. So you do have disadvantage because
Oh,
there's
'cause he's-
somebody
Okay.
beating on you from behind.
Okay, so that's 19 and 18. 18 on the first one.
Okay, hits you.
And
Disadvantage.
probably not going to get higher than that. No. 13 on the second hit.
That one
for every
misses.
Okay.
more.
1 point of damage.
Okay, right. Another point. That's All right.
Don't
very
forget to
good.
keep track of ammo if you haven't been.
Yeah, I'm just counting the rounds. I haven't been racing every round. I've been
Still using my first shot.
Got a lever action over there. All right.
Brawling.
I would like you to turn your wrench
yes,
into
now
a wrench
brawl.
sword or a
Right,
wrench
right,
Go
right.
for it.
gun
All
at
right,
some
go for
point.
it.
The sword
Turns
So-
the
again.
hand
so
and
does
it
it-
shoots when you
Does it shoot itself?
Nice.
It shoots
21
little wrenches.
Okay.
with the
It's
sword.
like a, it's like a, almost like you put a strap on it, so you like hit someone
4.
somehow
Four
like
plasma
like a
damage?
metal ring
Okay,
around your wrist,
gotcha.
and you swirl it around and hit them again, like
Is he still
like
up?
literally like a lever action
yes.
on the wrench somehow.
Actually,
Like you
so
hit,
you
and
see
then
his
like you do
armor is
like a
pretty much
motion
useless
to
at
like
this point
pop
as
it back
you
in
think
real
like-
easily. and hit it again.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Alright, so
Okay.
that's
It
19.
is attached to mag
That'll
strips,
hit as
so
well.
there could be something like in the wrench where you activate it
Do
to
Louis
return to like
damage.
a mag block.
Okay, all right, 2 bludgeoning.
I completely
as you
missed. Sorry, we just
sink
talked
your
over.
bat
They were
into his
doing-
side. And he's like, "Ugh."
See what it needs to do. Is it needs to take like a shotgun shot. in the
So
very
basically,
vent
I
of your
eroded his
shot,
armor
makes it
and now
twirl
this is
around
going
and
to
then
his
hit them
health,
with the
right?
butt end.
Okay,
Yeah.
so nice.
You get 2 hits and a shotgun to the face. Alright, I like
Okay.
it.
You know
So
what
it's
you're researching
brawling.
now.
Any tech or anything else going on? No? Good. All right. Movement. Who's moving?
Like,
Yeah, we got a mover.
I'm
You're-
good.
You're planted. You're in.
I'm planted,
You're-
literally.
Yep.
I'm
Good.
gonna stay where I am.
15 on the bravery.
Okay. All right. So. Yeah, you will move first.
Done. I'm hiding around the corner, like making a point to like hide against the wall and
Sure. Yep.
yeah, be out of line of sight for
Cool.
getting shot at.
All right, and nobody else is moving, right? So okay. Blue is gonna move behind Tarva, over towards the door. Yeah, just right there. Number
He's running. He's scared.
3 is going to move closest to Anzo, right
There?
there against the wall. And then number 4 is running 30 feet, actually 60 feet towards me.
Can we just like take him out?
Probably, yeah.
11,
12.
12.
12, yeah.
Is he off the map?
He's almost a Blake's
Sort
phone.
of off the map.
Alright.
He's where the mic is.
Okay.
You can shoot him with a void, right?
And Red is going to take.
I can pull 900 feet on my rifle.
He's going to walk back about 20 feet.
Wham.
Yep. You get an attack of opportunity. Go
Wham.
for it.
So he's on his health now, so everything goes through. So I'll take plasma.
Okay.
Can I like sheath my Louis and then double like versatile hand?
Not for a reaction,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. Cool. That's normal swing. Good try.
However, if in the future, if you want to set yourself up for that, you can, like,
Use the
during
other
the
action.
like other phase, you can be like, all right, I sheathe one weapon, I just
Okay.
prepare to hit a home run.
11.
Okay, that will miss.
Pops.
Actually, no, that does hit.
Oh.
Yeah, because his
It does.
armor's busted now. So
Correct. Alright.
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Go for it.
So that's a D8. 2.
2 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Singe the nose hairs.
All right. So as you slash across him and he's walking back, he falls over onto his
Nice.
back outside the
Oh,
door.
he's done.
He's dead.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Okay. Good.
Same
No
with
one
his-
survives. Quick, Anzo, run! Get that one guy.
Okay.
I gotta shoot someone.
Movement's done. Defensive actions and brawling. Anybody got any brawling left? Are you,
I do.
Okay, this is the second action phase. Did you?
You attack the previous one?
I'm not sure. I'm just reminding you.
I don't
Attack the.
I don't believe
Oh
I
no,
did
you
this
didn't.
turn.
did. I
You
don't think you
didn't.
did.
Yeah.
I think I was waiting
Yeah,
to
okay.
try and see if they
Go
were
for it.
going. Lost track a little bit. So against the sonic hammer,
Okay. All right.
Oh, almost a 1.
it's a 15.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
That hit
And
him.
a 5.
Okay. Excellent. All right. As you smack him with your wrench, he crunches up into the door, falls over, drops his hammer on the
There you
ground, and appears to be out of the fight.
Knock him out.
Okay. Meanwhile, the one behind you is trying to stab at you. That's a 10 to hit.
So if it meets the AC,
It does hit.
so it hits.
Okay. All right. So it's 3 points of piercing. As you crunch this guy into the door of your shop, you get stabbed in the back. All right.
That one was for totally.
Oh, and then we have some more going on. So
He might still be alive.
It's still
that's a
4.
14 to hit you.
Breaking the window.
Guy in front of you, which is 2 points of piercing as he shoves a knife at your joints. And then Anza, one guy's gonna make an attack against you. That's a 20, not natural. So he stabs at you. He's gonna swing his pipe, and that's 2 points of bludgeoning damage as he
So it takes out your
swings
shield.
at you. That goes straight to your arm.
Oh, sorry, my
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
Bludgeon. It's piercing that hits your. That's double to your shield. Yeah. Starting to figure it out for this, like. So.
What was that? 2?
Yes, only 2 points.
And does that get rounded down to 1 armor damage? Or how's that?
Yes, yeah. Armor has resistance to bludgeoning. Okay.
That'd probably be a good cheat sheet to have. Like I know
Yeah,
you
all
made
the-
these, but having like
I'm
the.
looking at it right now.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
no, but like I guess like to have like the printout
yeah.
version if possible.
that's
that
a good
might be
idea.
helpful for us to keep track of it.
Okay. All right. So shooting in the second phase.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sniper.
Again, I will barrel stuff this guy who just hit me with what did he hit
A
me with?
pipe.
A pipe?
Basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna as he hits me, I'm gonna like sort of like knock his pipe out of the way with the barrel of my rifle and just shoot him.
Okay. All right.
So my lowest is a 20.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 6 thermal damage.
Okay. All right. That's okay. So yeah, you just shove your barrel into his chest and pull the trigger, and his torso just flies apart. And yeah, he is.
Does like all his guts like fly into Cowbot?
Well,
considering
hold on.
Cowbot
Let's
was
make
right
sure
behind him?
he's dead.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, he's finished.
How about
This
now,
was
like-
thermal damage, though, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically like burn a hole through him, and he just kind of falls to
Cowbot
pieces.
now covered in.
Can I like swat the pipe out of midair with my barrel of my rifle?
Sure. Yeah. As he's falling down dead, you kind of like kick it to the side over there.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay, I think that's all of that. Was there more shooting going on this round? No, I don't think so.
That was it.
Okay. Tech. Anything else? Other stuff? Reloading. Okay. Regen happens.
Like
Shooting.
regen.
This was the first action phase, right?
That was the second.
Okay.
So that's the end of the result phase. Top of the round. If you guys need to plan anything, welcome to.
Anza, there's one running away.
Oh, I'll get him.
Okay. All right. Defensive actions and shooting actions.
Shoot.
I'll shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to kind of lean around the corner and shoot, or do I have to move and then shoot? Based on where I'm at.
So you can shoot. Yeah. You'll basically be considered having 3/4 cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll shoot. 12.
Okay. That hits.
Yeah. 5.
Okay.
Thermal.
All
So,
right.
obviously number 2. Only guy can shoot.
Okay. And you shoot him in the side, and he also falls over at your feet as you were getting ready to potentially
Oh,
shoot him.
toss him.
And Cowbot, you can take your attacks.
As he falls, I say obstruction removed, and then shoot the other guy.
This guy gets in the mid. That guy's still alive.
Oh right,
Yeah. So
Okay, go ahead. Take your shots. No longer with disadvantage.
20 not natural, and a natural 20.
Nice.
So that's
okay.
doubled damage
Yes.
on the same one?
Yeah, you just roll once and double it.
6 and so that's 18 damage.
Okay. All right. And
It's double
this
sixes.
is number 5. 18, you said?
That's
Yeah.
an 18.
Yeah. Yeah, so he hadn't been hit by anything thus far. You lay down the law, and he just gets shot back. He falls over through the window, classic Western style. All right, good deal. Yeah, brawling phase. Nobody's even next to anybody. In fact, other movement.
Yeah.
Movement. Go ahead.
I think we're all
I
running
don't-
after this
yeah,
one guy.
Yeah,
There's one guy right there.
There's no enemies nearby, so.
I'm
So
gonna
one guy.
dash.
Do we
Okay.
need bravery?
Yes, actually. Okay. Anybody 17 or higher?
19.
Okay, you may move first.
He's gonna get away.
Okay.
Looks like you all cleaned up in here.
All right. So nobody else with 17
Yeah,
or
he's gonna
higher.
run.
So
What's the range to your sniper?
600.
Oh, he is.
He can try.
If he makes it out of that, mine's 900.
You have 900 with your just regular guns?
okay.
No, with my-
so he
my
is
rifle.
he's ran off the map at this point. The rest of you
But
guys.
how far
may
though,
move.
feet wise?
Well, I mean, there's buildings all over the
Yeah,
place,
I
so
won't
he's
see him.
kind of ran into the buildings at this point.
Okay, so
Um,
I'll probably catch him.
I mean, you guys may still pursue him if you wish to. The rest of you may move at your leisure at this point.
I'll it might not be wise to take him down in front of other eyes.
Yeah, we should actually probably try to clean up this this mess here because I imagine people are going to be coming.
I want to
wondering
get
what
him too,
happened.
but it might not be the smartest thing to do.
Would I know of anywhere like that you dump bodies in this place?
In the ground.
With furnace?
Would you, you're not able to get outside and try to take one shot, or?
I think he's off in the buildings now, right?
Roll a deception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Feel like-
16?
Against a human?
Is it against a human?
No.
Oh, 16.
Actually,
Ingenuity.
kind of. Yeah.
If it's against a human, then I think it's another. I think so 20 not natural.
Okay. You've heard of a place in the junkyard where people disappear. If you guys wish to run out and try and and chase him through the buildings, you guys can. I'm not saying you can't, but he's off the map, so
I
I'm
think we
not gonna.
should try and clean this up. Maybe
Clean this up?
I feel like there's gonna be some company coming, wondering what's happening with all the shooting. Maybe can we maybe hide these bodies in the what they're called
Bay.
the bays, and cover them up for now, and then maybe
Let's
later
try
on
to-
we can dispose of them. And I know a spot in the junkyard, I think.
Did that guy ever
No.
actually enter the building?
So we didn't know he
Number
was
4?
actually there.
No.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have even known he was there.
That's a good point. Thank
Yeah.
you for mentioning that. Yeah, that is a good point.
So
Fair.
I mean, we finished him off. Let's can we burn the bodies? Do we have a furnace?
Let's try to get at whatever we can from them though before we do
Oh,
that.
of course. Don't want to burn valuable ammo. That would be wasteful.
Yeah, and I think we should just hide them and cover them up with that tire and some other stuff in one of the bays for now. I don't think we'll have time to burn them. We might get company here pretty soon, so we should be quick.
There's a couple right next to me. I just grab one by like whichever limb is right next to me and start carrying it over and toss them into the bay.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna scrounge the bodies for ammo.
I will do the same.
I'm
Okay.
gonna pick up the hammer first and then help them if I can.
Okay. The sonic hammer
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Investigation.
Yes. So, investigations to find ammo.
Do I need to roll investigation to pick up
No,
the
not
hammer?
find the hammer. That's fine.
16. Mainly looking for anything actually.
I got 6.
Okay. So you guys find 2 V chips. Okay. With which you find which have a total of 200 credits on them.
I
Okay.
Nice.
gladly
So
take the 200 credits.
Who's taking the 200 credits?
we'll say
Percy.
each one has 100 credits for
Okay.
a certificate.
Maybe we
You
can
take
keep
100
a
and I'll take 100.
Wii chip for like party funds. Like one party Wii chip something. Eventually when we
Eventually.
start earning.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Quick
probably
question
want
for
to
you.
pause
So
this or something.
the Colts, those aren't actually revolvers, right? They have like a a mag you have to slip in, I assume.
You know, it's really
If it's okay, I'd rather they be revolvers.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
can-
thinking about that when I picked them.
yeah. You can. I'm okay with thematic changes like
Okay.
that. They'll still work basically the same way. Yeah. So
10 barrel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then yeah, after
It's the future.
scrounging the bodies, Percy will help kind of cover up these people with like I don't know. There's probably some tarps and other shit around that we can.
So
kinda...
you guys find 8 shells. So shells are an ammo type on the from the shotgun guy.
Oh yeah, can I grab the double barrel?
Yes, you may.
Take 8
The double barrel only has 1 barrel, and it's it has 2 barrels, but one of the barrels is busted. The reason he was only taking 1 shot and then having to reload is because the pump doesn't work. Basically, it's a 1 shot then reload shotgun. So it's busted up pretty good.
A bolt action shotgun. Excellent.
Kind of, yeah. So
That was
yeah.
a rude awakening.
So you get that.
Single barrel.
Cowbot,
see.
confirm
What
the
else is
casualties.
Let me know the stats on the hammer whenever.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, same with the shotgun as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I counted 7 bodies.
I'll get those stats to you guys during the break. I guess would be the simplest way. And I'll get the rest of the bullets and stuff. All right. So you guys were pulling the bodies into the.
Yeah, pull into the vein, probably covering it up, like putting, like, I don't know, like, so Percy, his background's a smuggler. He's never, like, smuggled dead corpses, but he knows how to hide shit, I hope, kind of well, so he kind of refer to any knowledge he has on that to cover them up and make it look just like a pile of junk. That, like, put tire on top of them, put crates around them, put the tarps
That
on
smells
top.
really bad.
If you aren't immediately doing this, I am still just literally grabbing bodies by limbs and throwing them into the pit.
Yeah, so he would be cleaning them up as you're throwing them in and
Okay.
getting ready to...
Some of the things you're grabbing are just limbs. Throwing them in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You guys would have like a couple tarps that you guys have for putting over the rovers. So
So he'll kind of make a little hiding spot of these corpses and try his best to make them look
okay,
not.
it's not okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a.
I'll assist with this, especially close by the door where we had a bloodbath as well. With the
Are there any
head
like
rolling around.
around the bays? Are there any like ties or anything that we could tie the tarp down on, or are there any like bolts that we could just like smash into the?
I'd say that there are like zip ties essentially that you guys could use running around.
Tarva, you might want to clean up any
I'm kind of
blood
imagining
around
like a
the
rivet
area.
gun almost or something that we could just like slam into the
Yeah.
tarp and try and connect it to the.
I'm sure they're like water.
There would be
like,
a rivet gun.
Pumps or
I don't know
whatever.
how well that
to
would
wash
work.
the cars.
Probably not well.
For
I
tarp.
guess water's also kind of low. I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Do we have
We
like?
try it.
Yeah.
I would like to try that.
How
Once we
much
have all
water would we be kind of having here to like clean up some of the blood?
Not very much. That's one of the things that the council has essentially sequestered. So
Can't wash
you
your
have to.
car.
They basically control all the food and the water. So
Clean up the blood somehow, because they see that won't be hiding these bodies won't do us a whole lot of good.
there is a fair amount of blood all over.
Is there any blood on the end of the barrel of my rifle?
I would say since it shoots like yours is a beam rifle, right?
Yeah.
Then no, 'cause it cauterizes stuff.
Rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Is there like some rags around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Can I get some of the blood and just like smear it on the end of my barrel?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah.
I do that.
You animal.
I'm gonna do the opposite and clean my wrench.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Would there be? So I guess I'm tying this up. So this kind of Percy just said, "Tarva, find a way to get rid of the blood," and then Percy will go back to tying up the pile of corpses with Cowbot. And I don't know if I'd have to like I
Roll
don't
a
know.
discretion check,
Yeah.
and you have advantage because you're getting help.
So,
I'll try and use some kind of mops.
natural
or-
20 plus 3, so 23. They're pretty well hidden.
All right. There we go.
That's without the advantage.
Do when we're like pulling up things on our Omni tools, is there like a little like hologram display thing that
Not for the ones you guys have right now. You guys are a little bit more rugged, the ones that could last on a colony, but there certainly aren't ones like that.
Okay.
So it's more so just a fiber pad on your wrist that's like a big touch screen that bends with your arm.
But it can display images.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I guess while everybody's doing their thing, I'm gonna look at the recording of the guys I was shooting and sort of save their faces, in like a Photoshop file or something. I don't know. So I can pull them up if I need to.
Cool. All right. Very good. Okay. All right. So you guys have hidden the bodies, kind of cleaned up, gathered some of the goods and stuff. So I guess with that, what time is it? Maybe we'll take our
8:25.
yeah. Okay. So we'll take a 5-10 minute break right now, and then come back for the
Nice.
last time.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So stream like a.
Okay, so this is. GG noobs.
Okay. So the bodies have been stored. The loot has been retrieved. Oh yeah. Also, 10 mini bullets and 8 large bullets.
I'll take the 10 minis.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna take a break after all this cleanup is done, and if nothing's happening, and recharge my shields.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Let me know when the 10 minutes are up or whatever. And
Yeah.
full.
Yeah. You can be doing stuff for your shields to regen. Basically, just takes the same amount of time as that. So
No, I basically don't need to be doing anything intense, right? Was that the thing?
So yeah. So basically, there's 2 ways you guys can recover like health. One is to take a break, which means for 20 minutes you don't do anything that requires like a skill check. So you're just like you know, catching your breath, you know, taking it easy. And yeah,
For armor, that has to be repaired. Sorry, right?
armor has to be repaired unless you have very fancy armor.
Hey, Tarva, you want to take a look at my armor here? Has some dings in it.
But for shields, if
I
I'm not
gave that to
using
you
them,
just the other
they
day.
just
Why'd
regen
you
after
go,
20 minutes.
Getting
Yes,
it hurt?
Sorry. So let me know when that's up.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why did
yeah, you guys are about 10 minutes in.
why did they come in and start attacking us? It's a great question.
It's because you failed to talk to them, right?
I failed to talk to them. I did better than what you guys were gonna do, which was just start attacking them.
It
right
did
away.
appear like you failed to talk to him correctly.
Calvot, you're not helping.
I'm sorry.
Are you? Is Tarva looking at my armor, or is she?
I looked at it.
Hey there, Tarva. Would you mind taking a look at my exosuit?
I need
I've
some
been-
repairs.
Whoa now.
I can wait.
Now, sorry, we've seen the bodies. Do I recognize them to be the people of the red, or the members of the Red Sun, or are they just random people that were getting?
You
Hungry
did
for
not
things.
notice any of the Red Sun insignia on
See,
them.
They probably wanted the generator that we had. So
Common rabble, I see. Not the first time I've gunned down some
has this,
low-life nobodies.
has this happened much in the colony so far, where like civilians have like kind of started fighting with each other?
Violence has become more and more common as resources have dwindled.
Another question: have we been in any combat at all while we've been here?
I'd say you guys have been in a couple scraps here and there. This is probably the biggest one.
Anything that would have caused any damage to armor, I guess, is kind of what I'm asking. Because I'd probably at this point want to try and repair myself if this was like our first actual fight.
You've taken a couple hits before by some brigands, so I'd say yeah, you have done a little bit of repairing prior to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would probably try and repair myself.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you have an ability for such a thing?
Patch job is
Oh.
the ability.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I do not.
Okay.
However, I
Okay.
have it.
This is true.
I'm kind of imagining it almost like I'm
You
taking like
you
a
didn't
hot
take-
iron to my kind of sides almost,
Trying to,
but
like, weld
repairing
Okay.
stuff.
So the fortunate thing is that you guys are in a workshop right now, which has tools for doing stuff like this. So normally, if you were just out in wherever the hell and you didn't have like an industrial welder sitting in the same building as you, then you'd not be able to attempt this. But since you do have repairing equipment here and there's chunks of metal around, you may attempt to make a repair check. So yes.
Yes, he will also
What?
try this. He will take the armor off of him, of course, though, and not weld himself.
That is wise.
Unlike Calbot, who's
Is metal?
Yeah. Okay. So you will have to make a repairs. Do you have any ranks in repair?
No.
Okay. So,
Right.
Probably gonna
so
go
basically, that's
poorly.
increasing the difficulty of this.
Okay.
However, you know, if you have anyone if you know anyone who has ranks in repair, then it could be worth it to have them do a little bit of that instead.
I'm gonna say I would be doing it off on my own.
Okay, that's totally valid. All right. So go ahead and roll a repairs check, and you have disadvantage.
Probably not gonna need that disadvantage. Well, that sucks. That's gonna be a 5.
Okay. All right. All right. So you are fooling around essentially with this industrial welder, and you're basically pointing it at yourself and trying to weld yourself back together a bit. It's not terribly effective. I would say you do kind of repair some bits, but you also melt some other bits, so the net is just 0. So you're doing that for like the next 10 minutes or so.
You want to help me with this little patch job here? As Percy just watched Calwad do stuff, not really anything. He's kind of holding out his armor with the welder in hand.
Yeah, I can take a look.
Thank you.
Set it on the table over there.
Put it there.
Okay.
And gonna look and be trying to. It's almost rearranging where the pieces of armor are and welding it back together.
Okay.
Oof. So that is a 13,
Okay.
which, according to this, would be a failure.
Okay.
It's a 15 for success.
Right. But so again, you are in a shop with an industrial welder,
Okay.
and this is also your shop that you've used many times. The DC is thankfully a little bit lower,
Okay.
so you do succeed on that.
Wonderful.
Okay. You don't just erase that, sir.
Okay.
Heal a certain amount.
I see. Okay.
For 10.
Pretty good.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
If you have a few moments, you can maybe take a look at mine as well.
Yeah. Next in line.
I'll take off my armor. And
If anyone needs some help, I can. I turned the laser like the welder towards some other people.
So I'm
I
assuming it's
ignore
not
tab
10
button.
now.
I'm okay. Thank you.
It's lower than that, actually.
Is it 5?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll automatically succeed
Okay.
because I have 5 rings.
Unless you roll a 1.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a 8 armor points for you.
almost there.
So I'm putting it all together. I will.
Shuffle up in line, I guess.
I look kind of sad. They
It's
can't really tell
21.
because I'm metal face.
And that's 6.
Now,
Cowbot, get over here.
Alright, and shuffle it over to you.
And
nice.
that's 12 or 11. Sorry.
That gives me the 2 points I needed.
now as far as that was,
While you're repairing things, my leg.
I took a look at your leg before.
It's still not great.
Well, Piercy, do the talking that you're wanting to as I turn in.
as fun as
Start
that
welding.
was,
So
I
this
think
one-
we should
just to read, just like a repair
get off this
check.
planet as soon as we can, because not one for really having to shoot and survive here.
Yeah, that's good enough. This is your second attempt at this, so yeah.
I think it's the 3rd.
Okay.
Actually, I was looking at the.
Oh, you're
leg
trying to
fold.
fix his chip
Well,
right
no,
now, or
I'm looking at his
The leg.
leg
Yeah,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah, simple enough. This is not a complex repair. Just need
Not
a
complex, yeah.
something to stand on. So, yeah, you're fixed. No longer broken leg. Full
Excellent.
movement speed. Good
Yeah,
to go.
I think I've had enough of this planet. It's a little too much.
I think we all have had enough of this planet. It's not like we can leave that easily.
Well, it's simple. We go to find parts somewhere and we get off it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What parts do we need to find?
You know, and then Percy's gonna, I don't know the term that he would use, but like, can I like make up like a bullshit thing and then see if I deceive him well enough, essentially?
I also know what parts we
Go
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, I don't know what
I
the exact
want to hear the name that you give to this part.
The ectoplasmic reflux.
Okay.
Not good enough.
So you get to roll a deception check, and you get to roll an engineering check with advantage.
That's only a 9. I rolled pretty bad.
Or you can roll insight. Up to you. But
I'll roll the engineering.
yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, figure it out.
So
Oh,
you-
yeah?
So
yeah.
I'm gonna roll an insight on that too.
Yeah, I think I will as well.
Oh, I got a 1. Yeah, we definitely need one of those.
11.
You figure it out.
Uh,
Yeah, obviously. See,
No,
like,
the reflux thing. Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely need that. That's important.
it's not important because it doesn't exist.
No, I definitely exist. I've got one of those on my ship. It blew up though.
Yeah, you had one.
Yeah. We definitely need one.
but I think what I'm saying is that we just need to go out there and find the pieces, whatever they are.
Mhm.
I think we should let the resident engineer speak what parts we need exactly.
Okay.
And that wouldn't be me.
That would be our Truly, who is
Yep.
Or Tolly.
our Trolley.
You've been with him for a couple of months now.
Yeah, should we go check on him maybe? He was in the, where did they say they brought him to? H1, I believe?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Well, that's perfect. Actually, know what? You guys have to H1, and I'll go find us some supplies at the star you said.
What do you mean you say? What are you actually looking for?
Supplies.
No,
He's
but what are you
looking.
actually looking
He's looking to get his other hand chopped off as well.
No. Not the other hand.
The
That's
leg?
fine. No, nothing's getting chopped off. I'm just gonna go chit chat with some people and find, some supplies.
for? You're being very vague and suspicious. What are you actually doing?
I'm not someone that you're hired to keep watch anymore on, so I think I'm fine.
No, I'm definitely getting paid for this.
Which alleyway would you like me to look in for you when?
I'll be in no alleyway. I'll be looking for
inside.
supplies.
4.
Do I roll deception?
I mean,
I
the
don't
party's
think
already kind of figured
Yeah.
you out, I think. And I think they're aware of how you operate, so I'm not sure that that's even necessary.
I think we need to go and make sure Artoli is okay. He's been
Yes.
good to us all this time. I
And-
think it's the least we can do.
And he's the only one who can really put the ship together.
But he doesn't really want all of us crowding in there and disrupting his space,
I
right?
definitely think that he would want all of us there.
He doesn't even know you.
That doesn't matter.
Well, I'd be a little creeped out if a stranger appeared.
I
Here,
mean,
why don't we both go to the star and look for some supplies?
no, I think you should go with us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
definitely
just
go
gonna
with
head
you guys.
out like the door the guy ran out from. Well, I don't know where he ran out from, but the door we were guarding. Look outside.
I'm coming
of
along.
the situation.
Awareness check.
I would also just be a bit careful. There's not many Soza
6.
Yeah, you might
left.
stand.
around here.
You know what? You
Around.
should probably just
See,
stay
there's-
here. You might stand out.
There's still people
You think I'm
kind of
just gonna stay
scouring
here?
the crash site now.
Yeah, you
The givers
stand
appear to
out
have
like
abandoned
a
it, and they're no
Christmas tree.
longer
That's fine.
forming a
Well,
perimeter
you're not gonna
around.
help us a whole lot. The givers will just probably come and take you. Which, hey, actually, you know what? Come with us.
Why would they take me? What have I done?
Yeah, I don't know, you're another mouth to feed.
You did just kill a few people.
Nah, they don't know that.
That's fair.
But no one's like, think of it though. Everyone on this colony, we've seen each other around because we've been here for 11 months now, stuck. Like, they're gonna notice you.
Look, we can keep talking, but the two things that we need to do now are figure out what's up with Artoli
And get supplies.
I
And-
feel like we need supplies.
and get
Yes.
a good idea of what this radiation is. Because we need to get out.
Yeah, we need to get out, but I really need some supplies so I can think properly.
I think we have quite a few supplies with us right now, and
Yes.
Artoli can tell us what else we need.
His thinking hasn't been quite so good. Maybe we should really get him whatever he needs.
I think his thinking's going to deteriorate even more when he gets what he needs.
I'll be okay. I make great decisions, okay?
Yeah, we know that's not true.
I look over it. Talk about.
Well, we're all going out anyway. If you're coming to H1. Or
Yeah,
not.
I'll come to each one.
All right. What are we gonna say about you, Hanzo?
Isn't
That is a
H1?
good question.
Isn't that where all the givers are in H1? Right? Like, sorry, that was out of character.
You guys do know that it has been converted into their barracks.
I don't think you going to H1 Hanzo's the best.
Well, you don't just expect me to stay here this entire time, do you?
Yeah, that'd probably be the smartest thing if you want to stay alive. They won't find it odd how a spaceship crashed, no one was alive, and then this tentacled squid jellyfish guy shows up.
Hey, let's not be racist here. Come on.
Either way, stand out like a sore thumb.
It's fine. I'll hang back from the group then, but I'll tag along behind.
They might single you out if you're hanging back.
Ah, that's a good point. You know what? Screw it. I'll just come with you. We'll deal with it.
Well, sure your
That's the
systems
best
are still
idea.
down.
Do a suit diagnostic.
Basically, just that some of your video is corrupted from before. Your leg is pretty much working now.
Most systems nominal.
Okay.
Sir, I would probably know this just from knowing you. You have to be in the liquid, and that's like your nutrition and all that, and your. Okay. Could we maybe like hide you in like a smaller jar, maybe?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Is there any way we can communicate with you remotely?
I mean, we all have radios, don't we?
Yes, your tech tools basically serve that purpose.
How far would the range be?
So, they will all work within the colony. So as long as you guys are within, the central spire is kind of serving as a repeater tower. So, yeah.
Again, we don't have a scale on this map, but how far is it, like, from the workshop to the spire?
Half hour.
No.
Ish.
Yeah, 45 from end to end, so
45.
half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So like a
Yeah.
few kilometers.
Yeah,
or
you guys got it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's about yeah, it's about a half hour ish walk to the center.
All right.
Maybe you stay here and keep us posted, and we go there and keep you posted.
Well, how tall are a bunch of the buildings around here?
Most are 3 stories or lower. The central spire goes up a couple hundred feet up into the air, basically to almost all the way to the top of the shield dome. Yeah, the habitation units are 3 stories tall. Yeah, most are 3 stories. There's a couple, like there's a tower at the landing zone, which is like the traffic control tower, which is a bit higher.
Right.
There's also a weather tower, which is higher.
Do most of these buildings have like stairwells and whatnot going up to the roofs, or?
Most of it's internal.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to try to get on a roof somewhere. Post up.
Does our workshop have a roof we can get up on?
Does have a roof. Also one interesting thing about the warehouse is that there's a crane on the roof of it, so it's used for like lifting, obviously, like heavy broken vehicles and kind of hauling them around. And there's basically a garage door in the roof that can be opened up to like lift things in and out. So you could use that to raise yourself up to the top if you want. There's a ladder on the outside that you can get to the top of this roof, but
Right.
most of the buildings, because it was kind of the fallen area here is just pretty flat and gets to be pretty windy, so most of the buildings are kind of have rounded edges and things that are meant to like just kind of let the wind whip over them.
Sure.
So they don't have too many like external things sticking out.
Is there like one sort of main street that they would be walking down to go from the workshop to H1?
Yeah, there is a road that goes towards the central spire. It basically is like a couple blocks over.
All right.
And by road, it's really just a place where they didn't build buildings.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go post up lay down on the roof with my sniper rifle, looking down the street.
Okay. All right. Cool.
What's your contact?
Let's say J2.
All right.
You
Yes.
put it into the contact list.
Guys sync up at each other on. You're friends now officially. It's Tech Tool official, guys. All right. So you get up there. You're laying down with your rifle, ready to go. Yeah.
The rest of us would be heading out probably.
All right. Rest of you are heading towards H1.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
When we get there, let me do the talking. You all seem to be a little too aggressive when it comes to that.
Well, you'll do the talking anyway, so.
Yes, this is perfect. You're already on the same page. This is great.
I'll keep the wrench on my back.
All right. So the was there 4 of you start heading off towards H1.
Do we know if it's okay to like have your weapons on you, or someone has their weapons on them, they take it away?
It is. Sometimes if it looks like you guys have nice equipment or any weapons, then the givers will have been known to kind of harass people to, you know,
Seem like we
givers
have
will take.
nice things.
the weapons that the guys that attacked you with did not look nice. Some of the weapons you guys have look kind of nice.
Like my void rays, probably.
Potentially. Yeah.
I'll
It's so-
stick the Colt in my
So-
equipment bag.
Yeah.
So basically, simple weapons, ones that don't have like chips in them, they're much more lenient about. But complex weapons, being like energy weapons and things like that, those are things that they eye up a little bit more and want to go for. It's not a guarantee that they'll take them from you, but if they're in a bad mood and they want to go on a power trip, they've been known to like group up and then go try and take stuff.
So I'm gonna try to like fix my plasma sword or whatever, like inside my trench coat, and like turn the collar up so that they can't see the handle as such. And I'll make it a point that the sonic hammer that I picked up sticks out a little more because it's like busted.
Okay, so you kind of adjust like the hood on your
Yeah.
cloak or whatever to
Yeah.
kind of cover up the handle.
It's like a trench coat, so
Mhm.
I'll like put
Yeah.
up the
Yeah.
collar.
Sure.
Percy also has a trench coat, so let's make sure his blasters like
Okay.
hidden inside.
Cool. All right. Yeah, their open carry is pretty fine, like which is typical of like fringe world planets and colonies. It's only like on most other colonies it would be totally fine, but just because they're really trying to crack down on like violence and things they know people are getting desperate, that they're extra particular about this. So you guys walk through the town. It's not bustling or busy by any means. You see the normal amount of traffic, which is to say there's a couple people here and there walking through. Still this blue glowing shield flickering overhead, which kind of just emits a low buzz, which most of you have tuned out at this point. And outside, thick orange cloud floats around ominously. You guys make your way towards a white spire in the center. About halfway up the spire, there's a ring where sometimes the council people will kind of like go up there to talk to the crowds of people that have assembled if they're having like a public meeting or something. And you guys make it towards the center of the village or of the colony. You see. No, actually, I should probably consult my. So yes, you see Hab 1, which is a 3-story rounded. There's basically 2 other identical buildings to this located around the colony where the rest of you live. Hab 1 has a bit of a line out in front of it right now, and you can see that the symbol of the Givers has been painted on one side of it, and there's a sign over top that one entrance says barracks and another entrance says medbay. And beyond that, you see where the base of the spire comes into is a building that you guys know as the town hall, which is where they do food and ration distribution. on the far side of the kind of central courtyard area, which would normally be filled with vendors and markets, but is long since kind of empty, you see the Fallen Star. Used to be a nightclub. Now it's more of just a people that don't have credits to spend come to buy drinks and food that no longer exist. So, yeah. You see some givers and a line of colonists outside in front of the med bay. What would you guys like to do?
These colonists look healthy. Like they're here to visit, or do they look like banged up? They're here to like get checked out.
They roll awareness.
9.
They seem pretty healthy.
What are rations today?
Trying to remember when rations are.
Typically it's every morning, like before noon, and that's the cutoff.
So now,
Yeah, any time now between sunrise and noon.
what time is it now?
It's about 10.
I'm gonna scan the crowd. Just
Okay.
gonna scope. See if there's any-
Awareness check, please.
It's 17.
Okay. Alright, you scout around. No real targets of interest right now. 17. You can see around a bit from where you're at, 'cause there aren't too many buildings that are taller than you. You see over by the landing zone, you see there appears to be a gathering of Red Sun affiliates. Hard to really see what they're doing, but there seems to be a group of them outside their tents.
Alright. I'll turn on the comms. Now, do you guys know these Red Sun people?
You could say that. They may or may not like when you cheat in gambling games.
Right, yeah, they aren't there. Yeah, well, it looks like from where I can tell, there's a bit of a gathering over by the LZ. So just a heads up.
Can we see this?
You guys cannot.
Okay, so I'm gonna
What does
Yeah.
the LZ stand for?
Landing zone.
Landing.
Yes.
Well, I've also lost interest in waiting in a line near the LZ.
Well, then if you can grab rations, that'd be good as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Star and grab some rations. I think is it Star?
Spire.
Is it Spire?
The base of the spire, the town hall. But you guys do know that,
They only give rations to people that show up.
yes, yeah. So they won't let you say, "Oh, I'm getting rations for these 5 people," and give you more
Yeah,
rations.
okay.
So,
Yeah, I'll go to the Spire. Get rations for myself.
I'll get into line with
I'll stay with you.
for the med bay.
okay.
Calbot, why don't you come with me to go get some rations?
All right.
Okay. All right.
Does he
so,
need rations as well?
No.
No, he just needs to
I just
charge.
need
So,
power.
yeah.
See,
Go
we
for it.
only waited till second session to split the party.
Yeah, that's right.
3-way.
Yeah, only 3-way split. We could split 5 ways here in a second, though.
All right. So the 2 of you go and get in line, and not too many people pay very close attention to you guys as you guys shuffle into line. You can see that there's one of the givers at the front. Well, there's a few givers there, but one is kind of talking to the people that approach. You overhear the tail end of one conversation where a couple of the colonists were asking about the status of someone inside, and the giver told them that they're being tended to, and they'll let them in tomorrow to take a look. And then those people leave, and you guys approach the giver at the front.
Morning.
Hello.
We're looking for Ertoli.
He swipes through a pad in front of him. This guy, and it shows the it's not a picture that was just taken. It's
Yeah.
like his ID picture that was taken probably a couple of years ago. Like, yeah, we brought him in last night. Blew up by that crash site out there.
Is he doing okay?
It's all right. Yeah, we don't have as good of medical supplies for Kel, but should be all right.
How long till he recovers?
He's at the top of the list for us to get repaired because we need our engineers. But you're Tarva, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So you'll be taking this, and hands you something, and you notice this as basically similar to how a sheriff might wear a sheriff's badge. This is the lead engineer's badge for the colony.
I'm so goddamn jealous.
He hands you this engineering badge, which basically looks like a couple of interlocked cogs. And he says, "Until Ertoli's out of here, you're the new lead engineer. So you need to report to the Spire before the end of the day, and talk with the council, see what they have for you."
But Ertoli's going to be fine. Is there?
He'll probably be fine, but in the meantime, you're going to be acting as the lead engineer. So, all right, and you have anything?
Would it be possible to go visit our friend
Nah, I can't really have too many people milling around in here. It's
any other time?
distracting. Nah, come back tomorrow.
What time?
Just sometime tomorrow.
Is that good?
Okay.
Friday.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. And you guys head off.
Wait, you smell that? Bullshit. First is up there. I was out of character.
Heading to the Spire now.
Okay. All right. So you two head over there. Cowbot and Percy.
Percy says, "Oh, Calbot, they changed the rations that are now being given out the Star. Head over there."
Alright.
They walk past the Spire.
You walk past the Spire and a line of people being distributed rations. If you'd like, you can roll like an insight with advantage, but if not, that's totally fine.
Nope.
All right, so the two of you walk past there and go over to the Fallen Star nightclub. You guys walk in. It has what used to be more of a you can see it kind of was built with the intention of being like a sleek, futuristic looking nightclub, which now has a door that's like barely on its hinges, and it's looking much more like a Western saloon with an odd like retro future design. So you guys push in through the front door. There's no bouncers or anyone there to stop you. Inside is dimly lit. There's a few people sitting at some tables that look up at you and just kind of nod as you guys enter.
Tip my hat at anyone's looking at us.
A couple of them kind of nod their head at you. Some like vaguely familiar faces. You've seen most of these people around the colony before. You don't really know them by name per se. You walk up. There's basically a bar running the length of the room with a mirror that's cracked in spots, and
So since the colony's kind of changed with the shield going up and that, as Percy come in here, I think it's, as a player, I think it's safe to say Percy's come in here several times probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's like? Do I know what drinks they have or?
You know that their drinks are hard to come by. They haven't gotten any shipments of alcohol for 11 months, and there's been people around with no jobs. And so,
Would I know? I guess like since I've been here quite a few times, would I know? Maybe it's not the bar, but who to go to get drinks.
you know that the barkeep will barter for drinks.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
You also know that the owner is an Aztecor named Gesso, and she is the kind of owner and operator. You do not see her currently.
Sorry, an Asdecor.
Yeah.
Which ones are those again?
Lizardy, yeah.
Yeah. So she is a somewhat thinner Asdecor, which had light blue reptilian skin and kind of sort of a crown of horns. This one has with a tail.
Okay.
She usually has a like a handkerchief tied in the back and wearing over her head. But like I said, you don't see her at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Percy will go up to the
Okay.
barkeep, whoever's. Do I recognize
So
him or
you
her?
see a Dingar barkeep up at the front.
I know their name.
Yes, Grog.
Grog.
Why not?
Hey, Grog.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Well, could be better. Having a little rough day. You got anything that can make the day a little smoother?
I don't know. You got anything that can make my day a little smoother?
Possibly.
You guys near about got hit by that wreck.
Yeah, it's a rough day, or rough night and day, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's tough. I think our Thule might be biting the dust now. It's pretty rough times. It's really friend to friend here, right? Like we could, you gotta help the brother out sometimes. You gotta stand in for each other. We're kind of like all we got in this area. There's not too many people really left. We gotta help each other out.
Even less now.
Scratch my back, scratch yours. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think what would make
So
your
we're
day?
brothers now, eh?
Yeah.
What have you done for me?
Oh, plenty. Remember the time that I came in and I got rid of some people being a nuisance to you?
I mean, those two I was throwing out.
No, the one that you didn't see, the one that was actually it was a human. They were gonna try and like attack you, and I knocked him out and helped you out there.
Don't remember.
Yeah, you couldn't have seen them coming. It was, but I was there for you, my brother.
Yeah, pretty sure I already gave you a drink for that.
Look,
Hey, you got something to barter, or are you just here to shoot this shit?
Well, I'm always happy to talk to my brother, but I think
He holds up his arm close to yours, and you see his dark red skin. And you look at your arm, which is a light blue, pale skin, being a Vatican. It's like, pretty sure we ain't brothers, but
hey, it's all in spirit.
make a leadership check.
Yeah, +2 to this. Oh, that's off the table. Roll that. 6, not good.
Yeah, so,
See.
I don't recall having to barter for rations.
Oh no! It's
Rations.
these are rations. Hey, these are rations, right?
for
Kind of
some,
Percy's giving Grog a nudge, like, yeah, these are rations.
some people consume these like rations, sure.
Yeah, like you
I guess
wouldn't.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because you're just a robot and you recharge, so it's Hey, Cal, what did you remember? You found a couple things earlier today that you were holding on to, right?
I didn't actually put them in anywhere. Yeah, I'd have them in the bag, I guess. I pull out a bolt rifle and a knife.
Whoa.
Sorry, he's a little dense with some of these things. Look, we just found these
God
laying
damn it,
around.
Cowbot, put that shit away.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to follow orders.
You gotta stay
Sorry.
holstered in here.
Look, Grog, I'm sorry about that, but anyways, we found these laying around. We don't really have any use for them. I'm not a very aggressive
We didn't
type,
find them
but
laying around.
hey, Calbot, I think we're gonna play like a quiet game. Like.
Hey, Cowbot, where'd you get them guns?
Some ruffians came into the shop
When?
earlier this morning.
Huh. Good to know.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Shit, you killed them. Ain't we dying fast enough without you lot killing more people?
They were killing us, and we had
Well,
to
if someone
not.
comes on your property, you need to defend it.
Well, gotta agree with that, he
Yeah.
says. He brings a shotgun out on the table.
So, you know,
That's a
Grog,
nice shotgun.
that shotgun's really good if
Yeah.
they're really close to you. But if someone's farther away, that rifle, it has a 900 feet range. You can get them. They won't come back because you'll be shooting them all the way outside the shield. You know,
I'll
I
kind
think
of
it'd
like look
it'd
from
be quite valuable.
the bar to the door.
It's about 40 feet.
But you know, if they're running away, it'd be quite valuable to have something to get them as they're making their final steps. You know.
How far away does that front door look to you?
Well, that's 40 feet. But now, what
Yeah.
if they step a few feet outside? Your shotgun's not going to hit them all too well.
The door would be closed.
Well, they could open the door and shoot. Look, I really want to make sure you're safe here, and I think this rifle is a prime item for you to have in your possession to, you know, defend your property, as Calbot was saying. As you know, people are getting more reckless these days, trying to fight for things. What stops?
I can't listen to another word. Let me see this long gun.
I'll pull it off and put it on the table.
All right, he's checking it out. And does this one have any deficiencies with it?
You didn't say any.
Okay. Just looking it over. Like, all right, well, looks down the barrel of it. Seems all right. I'd have to shoot it before I trade anything for it.
Okay,
I pull
that's-
out a bullet and twirl it in my fingers and give it to you.
Makes a bullet. Puts it in. Ching. Well, shit. Now I'm gonna have to go outside and test it. Hey, Jesso. You wanna come out and watch the bar for a minute? Gotta go give this gun a shot. And one of the doors opens up to the back room, and the owner operator comes walking out, and she says, "Yes, that's fine. Go, do business. I'll watch."
Nod to Jesso. I imagine she knows me.
Yeah,
Uh,
she nods.
I imagine everyone in the star knows Percy.
Yeah. So he leads outside, and
Follow.
you guys go out the front door and then kind of curl around back, sort of towards the junkyard. And Krog kind of takes up the rifle and aims a bit, and takes a shot at some slag over towards the junkyard.
Nice to see you guys. Natural one.
Am I able to see this?
I think it'd be behind
Is
the
that
spire.
is that too
Yeah.
far away?
Feels like it's right behind the spire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably you can't see this just because they're on ground level, kind of behind some buildings. But you would be able to hear a shot ring out. He shoots, and you guys are all looking at the metal that he's aiming at, and you see a puff of dust in the sand, like off to the side and back like 20 yards. And he just kind of looks at it, and he's like, "This thing doesn't shoot for shit."
I don't think the gun's the problem.
He hands it back. He's like, "That gun's damn near busted. I don't know if I can. It's not
I
gonna
will
trade for as much."
spin out another bullet and pop it in and take a shot.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 20, please. That's not bad.
That's a 26.
Okay, you shoot the metal right in the center of mass, and he's like, "All right, fair enough. Might be sighted in. Probably just. I think the wind picked up.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's oof, strong gust over here.
All right, shut up. Let's head back." So you guys go back around inside, back to the bar, and he's like, "All right, so what do you want for it?"
You know, and sorry, just because I don't know what the metric is here as a player. What is like the trading metric of alcohol? Is it like are they like bottles? Or are they like
At this bar, on this colony, at this time, it's shots, cups, and bottles.
what type of bottles you got in the back there?
Ain't giving you a bottle for that old busted piece of junk. Try again.
Okay, fine. You know, what type of liqueur is we talking here?
He just kind of looks over at Jesso, and she just kind of shrugs a bit. And so he's like, "I'll go get a couple of things, but you ain't getting a bottle's worth of nothing, I'll tell you that." He goes, walks back. You hear the clinking of what sounds like mostly empty bottles in the back. and he comes out, plops two on front, says, "Oh, sorry."
I would like to inspect these bottles because I am expecting some sort of solid.
All right. Awareness check. This is with advantage. This would be. Yeah.
Hey,
very
and as I see him doing this, could I say something? Hey, you know, Calbot, this is a new creation of, rations. They, essentially you take them out, and once they get in the air for a few minutes, they'll solidify into edible food. So it's kind of a new style of rations. It's quite easy to store them.
Perception versus insight, or
No. How's about that? Can I hang back?
CB, we're at the rations line. Where'd you guys head off to?
They changed to the star.
Yeah, they're in the star, remember?
What are you guys doing at the star?
Getting rations.
Getting rations.
Now, look, oh wait, CB, there's something, sorry, is this like, is the communication device like in his, well, he doesn't have an ear, like how is this
Do we
work
want to
on
head there
Calbot?
and stop this gong show?
for now, we're gonna say that you guys have earpieces, like a little
Yeah.
tiny like earbud thing that
Hey,
you have.
sorry,
in the bottom of
CB,
your
look,
ears.
there's something weird happening with your earpieces. Let me grab that real quick.
I'll turn to you.
Percy pockets.
So his are internal.
okay.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was
Makes
asking. Like,
Breaks his ear.
okay.
Sorry, I was just
Yeah, sorry. I figured it was like.
Breaks the antenna
ahead.
off.
That's why I was asking if it was like a piece or not. If you would grab. Okay, he's like, oh, you should probably turn off your where your earpiece is. It looks like it's sparking
Can
or
we
something.
hear
You
that?
should
like
turn it
he's
off.
saying that, or he's
Oh.
not saying that?
He's
Yeah.
not saying that.
Well, the frequency seems correct, and
I
I
just
heard him
don't
fine.
want you to get hurt. That's all.
Well, I trust you.
Yeah.
Click.
I don't want to lose our spot in line.
We can give him a meeting when he comes
All right. Well, what do you want? We got a bottle of Black Hole. We got a little bit left in this jug of Nova juice.
So what I know about the two, like as Percy, what would Percy know?
Yeah, Nova juice is like basically it's like a sweeter like vodka, I guess would be the closest
Okay.
thing, and Black Hole is a nasty version of like tequila, I guess you would say.
Wow, a nasty version of tequila.
I think
Yeah.
I'll go for the
Yeah.
nasty version of tequila.
Okay. All right.
Black
so
Hole.
you want some Black Hole, huh?
Yeah.
Give you half a flask.
Have a flask. You know, I think that your safety is the most important thing, and because I wouldn't have a place to drink if something happened here. So I think for me, looking out for your safety, you want to help me get a slightly better deal here. And this is where I'm gonna use Baker's dozen. So I'm gonna roll d12, and if I get a 12, he'll sweeten the deal.
All right.
It's an ability that I have. Big money in a whammy. 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
How the hell is you getting drunker off your ass gonna help me save my bar?
The weapon will help you save your bar.
This thing. Look at. We're in a little bar here. I'm not shooting elk over here.
You know what? Hey, fair enough. You're being generous enough to make this trade. I mean, can I use my bartering or like my bartering experience in alcohol to like see how fair a trade this is?
Yes, you can roll a bartering check to evaluate basically how good or poor the deal this is.
I would also like to check around the bar and see if anyone's paying attention to this commotion.
Good.
There is one person sitting at the bar this is the most exciting thing he's seen in like 2 weeks. So yeah, he's
11.
just kind of staring there, like he's got an empty cup in front of him. He's just watching.
Does he look like he's just planning anything or just kind of enjoying the show?
This is his TV.
Okay.
Only 11. Never let high.
Okay.
There's no point.
This seems about average. You know that because it's now a finite supply,
Yeah.
that where booze and liquor used to be not that expensive. Normally it's a little bit more expensive out on the fringe world just because it takes a while to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this type of situation when there's no foreseeable future shipments, yeah, it's pretty desperate. So
You know what? I like this deal a lot. But, you know, something that might also happen when you're, you know, say someone attacks you in the bar is you don't have time to pull out a shotgun because when they're right up in your face, you have to be quick. You know, so that knife that Calbot has is quite prime and pristine. It's quite a useful tool when someone gets up in your face. You know, if I were to throw that
Give
in
me
there...
your flask.
Sorry, what do you say?
Give me your flask.
Sure. Why not?
Takes a flask, unscrews the top of it, and pulls out a funnel. You can see it, like, it's not a normal thing that they do, but yeah, and he fills it up very meticulously to halfway full, and then shakes out the funnel, screws it on. It's like, there you go.
Thank you. Have yourself a great day. That was truly amazing, you know, tradesmanship here. I think we have a great connection. You're my brother from another mother.
Please just stop talking and drink.
Cheers to that. And first take a swig and then put the flask away.
Just so I need a break.
Okay, Calbot, you know what? We're gonna get rations. So these are like the special rations. We also have to get the normal rations too today. So may as well go wait in that line too. It's kind of a weird process they have set up.
Makes sense.
Yeah. We'll head up to the line.
All right, you guys head out.
Oh, and I
So-
think the sparking looks. You know, your listening devices. It looks better. So maybe you can probably turn that back on. It's fine
Oh
now.
well, if yours is working, I'll just keep mine off. just
Okay,
in
sure,
case.
fair enough. Yep.
All right, so you guys start heading out. Short one long gun that you traded for half a flask. Fair enough. All right, so the two of you are now. You've walked
Wonderful
around. You've been
role-play.
waiting in
That's
line
how
for
well.
rations
I'm a good
at
influence.
the front of the spire, and you guys get to the front of the line. You can see one of the givers is behind a window and standing there waiting. Next.
We walk up.
All right. Let's see.
Morning.
Come here, and slides you over like basically a plastic wrapped, like, looks like a small brick essentially. Slides it over to you.
Sweet, they have Twinkies.
And she's Trevor slides one over to you as well, and then give me your skins.
Water skins.
Water
skins?
like water skins. Basically, each of the colonists have been given one if you don't already have one, which they refill somewhat for you. So they grab each of them, return them to you after a moment, and yours is half full. Yours is full as they slide them back across.
That's really what I eat.
Badge.
The sheriff.
All right. Next.
Thank you.
Just kinda
Get out of the line.
Make our way into line.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys will be there in a minute. You guys.
Oh,
are
okay, sure,
doing
yeah.
some stuff.
Maybe we can go meet them halfway, or head back to the Sosa.
While we're here, we might want to go up into the spire. I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
need to meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is allowed to go with me.
Or we can check. Or would you rather we wait in case everyone is allowed?
I'd rather wait if we can. Walking away from the crowd.
Mhm.
Are the Red Suns still gathered up?
Take a look here. Or can I see them? I
Yeah.
presumably been watching.
Yeah. Since there's not too much else interesting for you to watch, say that you've kind of focused back on them and have been watching them. It appears that one of them has kind of gotten up on a makeshift stand, sort of, and has been talking out to a semicircle of other Red Suns. It seems like a little pep rally that's been happening over there. You can't really make out what any of them are saying, but every once in a while they're kind of like holding their guns up in the air a bit, or
Is there a lot of them guns then?
yes. guns, and they also have some makeshift weapons and like melee weapons and things. But yeah,
Sounds like we've got someone grandstanding over there.
Grandstand? What's that?
Oh, you know, when someone gets up and says their piece in front of a little crowd, thinks they're all important and stuff.
Would we know this if it's like a normal thing that happens with the Red Suns, or have we seen them do this? Is this like a daily thing, or is this just like, oh, it's a weird occurrence?
That's a good question. I would say just roll. You guys can roll general awareness checks.
Man, I'm rolling bad.
I'm not.
14.
Okay. You know that they are a gang composed of mercenaries. That they were basically, this group is not a group that you know to have existed before like the shield went up. They were founded by some guys that were hired from a private military company, basically privateers or mercenaries, to escort some cargo ships here, and they got trapped here. So you know that a few of them, at least a few of the leaders, have like some actual combat experience, probably. You're not sure what the ratio of the combat experience is when it comes to infantry combat versus ship combat. So, they were, of course, hired to escort some cargo ships. So, yeah, they have been trying to gain support a bit, and I think last time we discussed, not too long ago, there was a scuffle between them and the Givers, where some fighting broke out.
Can I really quickly just do like a count of how many people are in the crowd there?
Sure, awareness check, please.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you can see there's one main guy who's been doing most of the talking. This guy is bald, has tattoos on his face, doesn't have any weapons on him at the moment, but you can see that he does have a shield system, like an infantry shield system, and he's wearing probably the nicest armor that you've seen out of anybody so far on the colony.
Even nicer than mine.
Yes. And other than that, there's probably about 20 or so, 20 to 25 other people that you can see.
Alright. I'm counting maybe 20 to 25 armed hostiles, all listening to some bald guy, got some tattoos on his face. I don't know if you've seen him around.
Would we know his name?
He's the leader of the Red Suns.
Yes. So the rest of you, aside from Anzo, because obviously you would know this to be Hyde, who is the leader of the Red Suns, and also one of the people who Percy attempted to cheat out of his money at cards, and was... You blacked out, so you're not exactly sure who did the cutting of your arm, but he was definitely one of the 3 people at the table. So
Yeah, it's I couldn't have cheated on one of the little guys. I had to cheat on him. I think that boss.
Is it Red Suns as in like sons, or sons as in like sun?
Like
Sun.
S-O-N-S or
Yeah.
S-U-N-S? I think we should just get our rations and, head back.
Well, I need to stop at the spire
Okay.
before
What are
the
they
end
saying?
of the day.
And you two notice Tarva has a badge
Oh, we're all together now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
because you guys were kind of like off talking to him, and then you guys came out of the bar,
Yeah.
so you guys have met up.
And we're gonna wait in line for the other rations, and then we'll meet you guys back at.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wouldn't see it, he's got
Hold on a
concealed in his
second.
jacket.
What is that?
This is Ertoli's engineer badge.
Why do you have it?
They gave it to me for now. to make me the lead engineer.
Is that not a little bit suspicious of what our Tully's condition is?
Well, they need me to go into the spire today, so I'll figure out what it is.
Well, it's a nice badge, I guess. They told me they couldn't make any badges because they didn't have any materials for it, but
Well, it's not as good as your badge.
I don't have a badge.
Oh.
Hey, no need to fight around a little badge. Hey, how about let's go get those rations and head back home.
All right.
What were you
kinda-
guys doing at the Star?
We were getting some rations.
Getting
you know?
rations.
Yeah.
Can I take a look at his skin?
You would
knowing that
see-
he'd gone to the Star or whatever.
First,
I
he
know
made a
that
point to
he-
conceal his flask.
So
You didn't say that.
Can make an awareness. You can make an awareness check, because you may or may not see a flask, but you are much more likely to notice that there's a long gun missing.
14.
Yeah, they're all good.
So-
One time.
You notice that Calbot is carrying one less bolt rifle than he was carrying last time you saw it.
Next time you barter for party supplies, maybe ask us.
I was bartering for rations. We all, could use some of it.
Can we see those rations?
It's really tucked away in my bag. I'll show you when we're back at the
You
workshop.
put it in your jacket.
No, and first he's gonna try and do it's probably a disadvantage and all that, but he's probably he's trying to like a no, it isn't, like sort of sleight of hand, like quick show and not
I
show.
think I'm gonna fall for
Like
You
deception.
can roll a discretion check, and all the three of the rest of you may roll perception.
Can I say something
Sure,
before,
that's
like either show that you're speaking the truth or I don't believe you. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
need to see it to believe
Yeah, you meet by one. I almost had all of you.
I think Anzo could even roll a because you're done looking at them. You're looking over there.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Look.
he's got his back to you, so you can't see.
Look, I got nothing.
I don't even want to roll awareness because I either see proof or don't believe him. Basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I'm gonna head down from the roof.
Okay.
Go into the workshop.
Okay.
Is there what sort of metal fabrication tools do we have kicking around? Just like a welder, or what do we got?
So they still have a welder, an industrial welder that requires a certain outlet on the wall. If you know how washers and dryers need certain things.
Sure.
So there is only that type of hookup here, so they couldn't move it basically. But a lot of the other repair equipment has been moved to the spire. So there's not like a forge or anything to make
Okay.
brand new metal things. There are some piles of junk metal here,
Okay.
which can be used for scrap. There is still a crane. The crane works.
Can I take some scrap metal?
Yeah.
And just cut out a little star.
Sure. Yeah, you can make roll an engineering check to.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to. You can also use the welder to. So welders weld, but they can also cut through.
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
if you wanted to cut out a star or something, you could do that.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay, so you're working on that. Take a few minutes. But
Yeah. And then in the middle of the star, I'll make a little smiley face.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sounds good. So you're working on that. Yes.
This was the bolt rifle, right? It was a bolt rifle. What was traded?
Yeah.
Was it like the vulture or the eagle? Would I know? I'm not showing how much it is. I'm gonna reveal it to you. You need to know what you've done.
I know what I did, and it was wonderful.
This was a damaged version of the vulture, I believe.
Damage, more than much.
You don't know that. Yeah, next time you spend anything from party funds or whatever we've collected together, make sure you ask, because whatever you're going to get is not going to help us get off this place.
I talked about it with Calbot. He conversed about this. Nodding at Calbot.
Just you and Cobalt are not the problem.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
You have an
but,
idea how much that costs?
it doesn't cost that much. It was a little dinged up
How
too.
much? How much do you think it costs?
Well, brand new. It would
Let's
cost.
barter.
And I'm gonna try and see if I remember how much.
Oh, barter check.
Yeah. +6. Actually, no, +7.
15.
Plus 7.
Sorry, 15 plus
22.
7. So 22.
Okay. You know that new one of those things would probably be about 6,000 credits.
Yes, brand new. There's 6,000 credits, but dinged up like that, that's like 200 credits.
We have an engineer over here. He could use. Worst case scenario, he could use scraps. Best case scenario, sorry.
Now, no need to go insulting Tarva there. That's pretty rude of you. Look, I think you should
I
take
probably
some
said
steam off,
she.
and
Oh, you said he.
I think you should take the steam off. Calm down a bit. It's okay. Look, I made a good trade, good value bargain here. We're gonna go get some rations. You
Apologies,
guys
Tarva.
go up there. I think that's a good plan. Great, and break. And
That-
Percy's gonna start walking
that
off.
trade-
I start walking back towards the start.
So Combat starts heading back towards the bar again.
And then I realize he's not following me, and I turn around and go, I thought we were getting rations.
Oh no, we're getting the other kinds of rations. They're the ones that they give out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry.
Alright.
Yeah, you wouldn't you don't have rations. It's fine. So we make our way. We just kind of Percy left that conversation right as you.
Sure. And Cobble made a note of that.
Come here, we'll remember this.
The butterfly effect thing comes up.
Rip Telltale. Okay. So yeah, the two of you hop in line. The two of you are just kind of waiting off to the side for the moment.
No, we're gonna go up in the spire.
Okay. All right. Very good. So
And I probably said she.
you two get to the front of the line.
Not that time though.
You two get to the front and
Player mistake, not character.
next.
Top of the morning. Here's my flask. Thank you. Not my flask. My water skin.
All right.
You're already drunk.
Yeah.
Checks off. Slides it back half full. Slides over a brick. Of,
Thank you.
Food.
I kind of step to the side when he gets up.
Would he
To the
get rations or?
No.
They wouldn't give him. Okay.
And the
Never
bricks
heard
of food, that's something that Kel don't actually eat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I essentially only need the water and the sun lamp.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Does he have to, shower himself?
No, he needs to absorb water,
Okay.
By showering.
which can be through a shower.
Herself.
Yeah.
Herself.
Oh my goodness! All right. So while you guys are doing that, the two of you head to the.
Worst case themselves.
It's not you good, but.
Oh my goodness! All right. So the two of you head to the kind of double door entrance to the base of the spire, and there is a giver kind of standing guard there as usual. And the two of you approach. They just kind of look at you. This one seems to have a power sword at their side. Hello, what business you have?
I was told to report here today.
Ah, right.
I'll actually be trying to stow it in the bag.
Okay, the badge.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good enough. And this guy.
Kabir is just with me today, helping out with some engineering things. Can he come in?
Oh, is this your new assistant engineer?
Of a sort.
I can fix things.
All right, whatever.
At the very least, we're learning how to collect scraps.
It's about all you can do here. Let you in. Can't guarantee that the council will see you, but they're looking to speak to you. Let's put you guys in. So they bring you guys in into a like a small interior room just inside the double doors, and there's another giver in there, and they say, "All right, hand over all the weapons, all everything sharp, all that kind of stuff. You know the drill. You leave your massive wrench there.
Am I being allowed to enter this area or?
You're allowed into this area, yeah. Now they're asking for all your weapons.
Okay.
And are they expecting also my tool bag too?
No, but they would like to take a look inside of it.
Okay, then I'll hand out the pistol as well.
Okay, alright, so they take those, they hand them through like a barred window into kind of like a weapons check-in area there. Yeah, the wrench doesn't fit, so they like go around the door.
they just open up the door on the side, like
yeah. And then they look at Kamir. You handing over your tools there.
Yeah, I hand them in.
All right. So they take those and.
That's what I fix stuff with, but I understand.
Okay. Are you guys attempting to conceal any weapons at
No.
this point? 'Cause they're basically gonna roll a couple.
Pretty much.
investigation.
Yeah. Okay. So they pat you guys down. No,
Hey.
no weapons.
Watch those hands.
Whatever. Don't mess with trees. And they're like, "All right, follow me," and lead you through another set of double doors into the base of the spire, which in the center there's a room that is like humming and almost like vibrating because it's you presume that inside is the generator that keeps the whole show going. On the inside of the spire is a spiraling staircase going around, and you can see quite a ways up through the thing, although about like 100 feet up there's a metal floor that's in, so you imagine that beyond that it keeps going all the way to the top. I say, alright, this way. They lead you up one flight of stairs to another room and kind of knock on the door and say,
You think that the elders wouldn't want to climb up all these stairs every day?
I'm thinking what Artoli would have been doing all this time. Maybe it took a whole day to get up.
it's possible, yeah.
Perhaps
so,
like a day in advance.
Knocks on the door, and then he's just kind of waiting there for a response. He says, "There'll probably be a minute, so just make yourselves look presentable if you can."
Try to wipe off an oil stain.
I close the buttons of my trench coat. It's usually open, but I have a vest inside, so. But I'll
Yeah.
like an undershirt. I'll
Yeah,
close the buttons.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Sap isn't very good at getting oil stains out.
Then doors swing open. You guys are led into a room where there are 3 people sitting. In the center is a Kel that Tarvin knows fairly well, Lady Lethelette. On the right-hand side is a man with a short white beard, and you know that this man is from the corporation that I forget the name of.
Is it the Glasgow or Quantium?
Yes, yeah, Glasgow. There we go.
Do we know his name?
No, you've not spoken with him before.
The human, right?
Yes, yeah, human, white beard.
Okay. And then who's from Quantium?
Yes, Quantium, as you can imagine, is a Quantian. They're all wearing white robes, similar to the Givers, but much less soiled. Whereas most of the Givers are kind of tan. They're still pristine and white at this point. And they enter, close the door behind. Sorry.
As we enter, I'll I guess, bow my head deeply to Lady Layfalette.
Okay. She looks at Kamir expectantly.
Morning.
Come here. And I'll motion to like bow as well.
I'll like give us like nod, I guess.
And Tava, we've met before.
Yes, we have,
So-
my lady.
Good to see you. Shame what happened to Ertoli, but pray that he may make a full recovery. Who is this Dingar that you brought with you?
A new assistant. Someone to help collect the scrap.
Could you not find someone else? Someone perhaps more suited? A cow, perhaps?
Unfortunately, there's less Kel than I'd like outside.
Well, very well. This Dingar will do. That we could do to learn some manners.
My apologies, my lady.
It's not you who should apologize, but that is okay. Now,
Was I supposed to bow even lower?
you should show proper respect when speaking to a noble of House Layfalette.
Could you show me the way?
Elder of your
Could you show me the way?
city.
Later.
So, with Artoli being injured for the moment and unable to perform his responsibilities, you shall be put in charge of keeping the colony's engineering needs met. And for that, we must say there are a couple areas in which Artoli has been lacking in progress, and we are hoping that you will pick up speed. The first of which is we need some calculations done for the generator. The main shield generator that, of course, keeps our entire colony alive has been burning quite hot for the past few weeks. She looks at you. Well, we should really speak more privately with about some sensitive engineering details that really only the lead engineer should do. She nods towards the giver, who's kind of standing near the back wall, to escort you out.
Of course, my lady.
I'll wait outside.
Escorts you out of the room, and now, Tarva, you are alone with one giver and the three of the council there. You can see behind them is it's kind of a fogged over window that kind of looks out over part of the colony, out towards the mines. Well, Tava, we been doing the calculations, and we will not be able to sustain the shield at the current rate. So we will have to reduce the size of the shield for a third time. And we will, in the best interest of the colony, we shall need to reduce the shields by a large amount this time. In fact, and only the innermost buildings will be covered. Unfortunately, the workshop will be outside, so we'll have to make another effort to try and bring the arc welder into the new inner radius. And she says, "Come with me." And she leads you in through a door into a side room, and in this room there's a table in the middle which has a fiber pad surface, which you can see are many images of the colony, and on the walls are like fiber pad boards, which there are also like many sort of calculations that you can see running and things. And she shows you a new map of what the colony would look like with a new shield radius. I'll draw it in pencil. Thank you.
It's like just the spire, a star in each one.
As long as the star's there.
No, stars are high. Literally what I just
Pretty
said.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, we'll have to make quite the reduction. We would like a chief engineer, such as yourself, or Toli, if he gets better, to oversee the reduction of the shield power, and to be there when we do, in fact, reduce the shields. There will be a bit of a housing shortage, but we predict that we will have to reduce the population of the colony somewhat, which will have the added benefit of making our remaining rations last longer. Yes, do you have any questions about this?
What are how are we reducing the population?
We shall decide who remains inside via a lottery system. So we will essentially have a certain number of available housing units and a population that we will wish to maintain, and then we shall run a lottery of the remaining colonists to see who earns a spot. And the rest will be given the best of luck as we will attempt to send them off in any remaining shuttles to see if perhaps they can go and find help.
Remaining shuttles?
We have been attempting to repair a damaged shuttle, as well as we hear that the Red Suns have a shuttle. And unfortunately, with the reduction of the size of the shield, most of the Red Suns' current housing will be outside of the shield, so there won't be any room for their ship, so we don't see them having an issue with us using it to send any colonists off. Additionally, any colonists that will not fit in the ship or refuse to will be given an opportunity to enter into the mines before we close the shield. We've heard that the radiation has not penetrated the mines too much.
And what happens if people aren't wanting this lottery system?
Well, we hope that they will see the logic in it, of course. It's random chance is, of course, just an even weighted lottery would be the only fair way, aside from certain key roles that are necessary for the survival of the colony, yourself included, of course, and whichever assistant engineer you would choose, perhaps a different one.
I see. Well, I can run calculations and see what we would need to do.
We also would like you to determine how quickly you can close the shield. In case we have an emergency where the shield is, as we mentioned, it's been burning hot recently, and if in the middle of the night we should determine that it's overheating, we need you to quickly close it to the aforementioned radius how quickly could you do such a thing? But of course, we will give you a few days to make these calculations, and we trust that you will tell no one of these plans. As news of this before we are ready to tell the population in a way that they will understand could be detrimental.
Yes, I see. Then I'll begin with the calculations right away.
Okay, very well, and we wish you well. If there's anything you should need in the meantime, within reason, that we can supply you with, you simply just need to let us know. Yes, that should be good. Is there any other questions you have? We are quite busy here, but we should be able to make time for an audience with you at a later date if you have any more questions.
No, not any questions about the task.
Something else, perhaps?
Regarding tools and the like for the calculations and to be able to answer your two questions with as much accuracy as possible. Is there someone I could speak to here in the Spire or at H1?
Are you in need of more computing power to run the calculations and simulations, or do you need hardware to perhaps help you remove that arc welder in the shop? We would like to bring that inside if possible.
Yes. I think I might need both, but I definitely would need an upgrade to my tech tool to be able to get things like this in a more reasonable time.
Ah, I see. Well, this seems reasonable. She kind of takes a look at your current tech tool and she says, "Oh, yes. We'll see what we can do about getting you an upgraded tech tool for this. If you need more assistance with any sort of computing, please go and see Sis over at the traffic control tower. She oversees our computing operations. Also, you should speak to Chief and tell him that the remaining cattle will need to be brought inside the new bounds of the shield. So, whatever preparations he needs to make to be able to feed them should be planned for. Indeed, and should you need any more hardware, simply talk to Sloan, the captain of the Givers, and he will outfit you with whatever you need. And with that, she leads you back into the main room, and she says, "All right, very well. We have other matters to attend to, but good luck and keep us posted."
Thank you, my lady.
Was I in the main room and they'd gone to another room, or was I outside?
They brought you outside the main room, and
Yeah.
then they went to a separate room. So, all right. And then the Giver escorts you out, and you meet with Kamir outside.
Well,
Yeah, it went fine.
fair enough.
Okay.
Cool, collect.
You guys are led downstairs. You're given your weapons back, and then you.
Yeah, everything's there.
Yes. Yep. Everything's there. Then you guys leave outside. You meet up with the other two, and then if you guys like you there, you want to head back to the shop?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll end the session there with you guys regrouping back at the shop. You've finished making a thing at that point.
Great.
So yeah, right. So we'll end the session there. It's about midday. You guys regrouping at the workshop. So
Cool.
Sounds
Very
good.
Very good.
Yeah.
all right, excellent. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Experience?
Yes. You guys have earned 10 more experience.